Jesse Ryder will take the first ball for the Superstars. A man who knows how to take attacks down. 161 runs in his LLC career so far. Strike rate of just under 125. It's a decent pitch. Nice bounce. Uppal Taranga, so a couple of left-handers to open. Haven't seen the best of this man, he's a good player. Just 54 runs so far. But I'm sure he'll enjoy playing on this surface.
He will, he'll enjoy bounce. Uppal Taranga, very good square of the wicket. Pick up, pull shot, and as all left-handers, good square of the wicket on the offside. But Sreesanth, in a great game in Dehradun, defending that last over. Think of the wicket he took of Martin Guptill. A beautiful seam presentation, late swing, nicked off the Kiwi. He'll pitch up. That will give opportunities to Jesse Ryder, especially to get arms through the ball.
What more does he want? A couple of Irishmen right beside him there. O'Brien and Trent Johnston. Giants are okay, they're through, they're happy, trying to get in that top two. Bit more pressure on Southern Superstars, and I'm sure all the India capitals are watching and waiting. Ajay Verma, one of the umpires. Jatira Jaka is at square leg. So umpires in place, match 14, all set to go. And it will be Sreesanth with his seam and swing, slip in place. Up against Jesse Ryder, the hard-hitting left-handed Kiwi. Couple of fielders out, deep square leg, deep point. And just watch this man in action. If he gets it right, Sreesanth, this ball will come swinging back into the left-hander. Umpire still just got his arm out, just waiting probably for the third umpire to say, let's go. We'll get it in his ear now. Yep, we're ready. Arm down, let's go. That's good from Sreesanth. Straight away, thinking the left-hander, it's going to come back in. Now O'Brien, he just pushes that one away.
Yeah, it looked like he was just hinting maybe to come back in. You could just see Jesse Ryder watch it go past very closely. Not often you'll see Jesse Ryder or any opening bat in T20 just shoulder arms, but just shows you Ryder respecting Sreesanth. Slip is quite wide as well. Bit of room for brilliance from the keeper.
Yeah, definitely looking to just try and push it away. I like this from Sreesanth, just to put it in the mind of the both left-handers that you know I've got the ability to swing it back, but you also know that I've got the ability to do this.
Yeah, that was a beauty because it swung so late and you can't really fault Martin Guptill there. He gets a stride or half a stride in towards the ball in the general direction where the ball was, and in the last minute it just swerved away. And it was a great grab behind the pegs as well. It was just great cricket from the men in orange.
Now then, Sreesanth, what are you thinking? Are you thinking to Taranga straight away, swing it back, or are you going to go out again? Watch his position, his wrist position, changing the field, so deep point is coming in, and third, it was up in the circle, gone back. Keep your eye on his wrist position, it will give it away. He gets his fingers right behind the ball. He's going to be swinging it back in. If he's pointing it towards third, he's going to go across. For me, this looks like it's going to come back in. Pitched outside, but I think definitely he's trying to swing it back in.
Looks like he's potentially trying to hide it as well. Not trying to give any visuals away. I think this pitch is outside leg. I'm sure it is. Yeah, you're right. Swinging back in. Yeah, bit high, but may have just pitched half on.
I think it's height. That's all it is. I think that does pitch on. It goes across. Now then, what are you looking to do here? Check his wrist position. Check how he's holding it. Beautiful shot. Maybe looking for that swing too much. It's a half volley and he just helps himself.
Well, before that ball, Treesan and Kevin O'Brien changed the field. He had a deep point. He brought deep point in and dropped him to deep third. For the first 3 balls of the over, he had a carbon copy field for both left-handers. Before that ball, he brings point up. And then he gives the batter the width, and Upal Taranga, well, he's done that for 20 years for Sri Lanka. Any left-hander, just lean on that and hit with the angle.
No, that one definitely pitches outside leg. Like the appeal though, Treesanth. And it's amazing sometimes, he's probably thinking to himself now, I've just not quite got this right. And there's not a lot of reasons why. Sometimes it's just down to rhythm, definitely pitches outside leg, 100%. And sometimes as a bowler, the harder you try, you heard Courtney Walsh, one of the greatest, say you've got to try and relax. Relax the fingers, relax the wrist, big breath, just execute. End of the first over, the superstar 6 without loss. Square leg, more towards deep mid wicket, actually a little bit straighter. Definite bounce, given a wide. Like the bounce on this surface.
Yeah, Ishwar Chowdhury's been impressive in the tournament thus far. Good shape. This would have been an absolute cracker to a right-hander. Just bounced. Chowdhury thought maybe it flicked the pad. Wide was given. Good crowd here, Sunday Arvo.
Clip towards that man who is in front of square, and they'll pick up 2 comfortably. Quite a large area out there when you're just the only fielder.
There's Trent Johnson in the deep. "49 years of age. Played well in the first game around. She picked up a couple of wickets and some good catches.
Closing in on the big 50 then.
What age are you? You wouldn't be far off that, would you?
52 me. 52. And I tried to bowl a ball just after I did a couple of interviews, bowled one ball, that's me done.
Intercostal gone.
Everything gone. Yeah, if you're going to commit to these, you've got to work on your fitness. Simple. If you're going to be in this.
I think the first season, Corky, when it came around, a lot of the players turned up and felt like, you know, what's the cricket going to be like, and maybe didn't turn up in as good a touch physically or in terms of hitting balls or bowling balls, and some of them were found out. Truth be told, some of the players were found out. So season 2 comes along and players are hitting balls. I think Jacques Callis, he coaches in the tournament in South Africa, and you'll see videos online sometimes of him batting and bowling whilst coaching. So all of a sudden, players who have retired can play some more cricket, competitive cricket, and meet and play against some of their old pals. Changing the field. Third is up, deep backward point.
Bit of late swing, and this might run away. Absolutely, that man is a long way in front, and that late swing, it's clever from Jesse Ryder. He just lets it come in.
And so far the Giants have been extremely straight. Obviously don't want to give either left-hander any width, but at the same time, any opening batter worth their salt is going to tuck that away. And Jesse Ryder, who has power but actually is a wonderful placer of the ball, has got great hands.
Well, it's not a drive. That's one thing you can say. I think he's looking to try and cut this, but because it's that full, he just smashes it down the ground.
Yeah, bunts it. Just swipes it down the ground, really. It's mightily effective. Right out of the screws. And Upal Taranga, watch yourself at the non-strikers then. Jesse Ryder found his form nicely early. 2 boundaries.
Oh, does he get a nick? Does he get a nick? They're having another appeal. Well, there's a lot being said out there. Captain says, we'll have a look at this. Well, one thing that Jesse Ryder is probably saying, Jesse Ryder, if you look at Jesse Ryder, he's walking off. Jesse Ryder is actually walking off. So unless this is a front foot no ball, there's a bit of confusion. Big appeal. If this is okay, then I'm sure he'll still have to wait for the decision, Niall, but it looks like he's happy.
I think Jesse Ryder has given the umpire the decision. He stays leg side. Feather has a look around. That's always a telltale sign. Excellent ball again. Chowdhury, and Jesse, well, I think he's feathered it through, Corky.
Well, the umpire just went up to Jesse Ryder and asked him, did you nick it? And Jesse Ryder went, yes. So the umpire's changed her decision. She's given it out. So Ryder has to go for 9. It's 18 for 1. Keeper then, Goswami in at number 3, 18 for 1. So there's a little bit of confusion towards the end of that over, where it was a perfect, beautiful delivery to Jesse Ryder, who stayed leg side. And you can just hear it. I'm not sure whether you can pick it up. A real faint little nick. The on-field umpire gives it not out. The bowler appeals about 10 times. The keeper does. She gives it not out. Then she speaks to Jesse Ryder and says, "Did you nick that, Jesse?" "Yes." "Change the decision. You'll have to go." So my question to you, Niall, why don't batters just walk all the time?
Yeah, it's a fair call. He obviously knew he nicked it and he was happy to stroll off after being given not out. So why not just stroll off? As I used to do when I nicked off.
You no, stop. You never walked off.
God, Gully, you walk off.
Just picked it up on the stump, Mike, a real thin edge. Obviously, the bowler and the keeper heard it. Clipped away, and this will beat backward square leg, and this will run away for another boundary.
Good cricketer, Srisat Goswami. Very, very effective keeper and a stylish bat. Lovely bit of timing, but the balance. Have a look at this, a little step or two down and then a flick of the wrists. Really excellent. I like that. Get down the pitch, get momentum into the ball, upset the bowler, take him off his line and length.
Time together. Either 2 feet together, and he can't use them, can he? Yeah, you're right. When somebody's trying to swing the ball, the worst thing is when a batter comes at you. Because one, you have to drag your length back. And now in his head, he's thinking, right, okay, he's starting to come at me. I've just got to try and pull the length back.
That was a beauty. This is Ishwar Chowdhury, big, tall, medium pacer. Yeah. Ryder stays leg side, keeper and bowler convinced. Lovely line of length. Jesse, I think, knew straight away and just bailed the umpire out. Said, "Listen, I nicked it. It's Legends League cricket. I'm not hanging around if I don't have to. I'm Gonski."
We got there in the end, didn't we? For the correct decision. That'll be a wide, yep. Just again looking for that little bit too much swing and just threw it out there.
Maybe afternoon game. It just doesn't seem to have quite the same pace. Last night on the lights we saw a fair few carry through. Chest ties to the keeper, a couple of reverse cups. There was some top edge strokes from the batters with extra bounce. Today seems a little more gentle. Afternoon game here in Vizag.
Well, he just lost his run up there. I hope he's okay. He's just got his hands on his knees as he hurts his knee, or something's slightly happened, whether he's maybe just feeling a bit lightheaded. Certainly, yeah, let's hope he's okay.
Well, his pace has been down all innings, really. So he's bowled 10 balls and looks like he's been battling a little bit right from the outset, pace-wise. Now, just something's not right here. There's no conviction. So he's obviously, right now, he's feeling not 100%. He's doing his best to try and go through the pain and the uncomfortable feeling for his side, but something isn't quite right. I just felt all innings, Corky, he hasn't had the same venom in his run-up and pace on the ball as we've seen him previously.
Well, it's an important game for the superstars. If you're just joining us, they need a win to stay in the competition. The India Capitals, who are in their hotel at the moment, and probably hoping, or maybe not hoping, but wishing that the Giants will go on and win the game. They stay in the competitions. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Whether he just swallowed a fly or something, or seems to be okay now. Just one ball, that's what he'll be saying. Just get this one ball out the way.
Wholehearted cricketer, Sreesanth. Good character. Always bringing enjoyment and a bit of comedy to the proceedings when he's around the hotel. Always smiling, having a bit of a laugh. He's just going through a little bit of a tough period here. Good start for the superstars. Already picked up 4 boundaries in the first 2.5 balls. He's struggling a bit here, Sreesanth. He really is.
He's just thinking, just that one ball now, and then just get off. That's what he's thinking. Get through this ball. Struggling for his breath, I think. Let's just hope he's okay. Don't take any risks. Well, end of an eventful over. 3 overs have done, 26 for 1. Well, I think Sreesanth and the medical staff have made that decision. Of course, Monty will be there as well, just to help him through. Good to see Monty in the side. Walton is a top run scorer with that big 100. Simmons with those at 99, just finished one short of 100. Powell with 100. Dehradun, a good creep man. And Kirk Edwards.
Rajat Bhatia on the left, who's got an injured hamstring. Sreesanth is going to probably have the afternoon off, I feel, and rightly so. Get some medical attention, some rest. Well, what about the bowlers? Who's been dominating the Freo leading wicket takers? Imran Khan with his leg spin, 8 and 4. Isuru Udana with his tricks. Abdur Razak, we'll see him today potentially. Christopher Bofu's got 6, and Pravinda Ivana, who started the tournament so well as the impact player when he picked up 4 for 19.
I'd like to see another Radio one. I want to see the best all-rounders as well. People who take wickets and get runs. Well, surely that's... It's not given a wide either. Oh no, it's flicked off the thigh pad. Swami saying no.
Just ask Goswami. Go straight to source. Did you nick it? Angle around the wicket. Just continues on with the arm. Misses everything. Keeper does really well.
No wonder the bowler was smiling and she didn't give a wide. Lovely shot. Had to get it past that short extra cover catching, and ran away for boundary.
Fluent boundary from Goswami. We've seen him hit through the leg side. That's lovely. Picks the bat up really sweetly. Step and swing. Steps towards the ball. Picks the blade up with real conviction. And a nice fluent drive through the line. Doesn't need to overhit because he gets in a good position.
Nicely played. Nice lines and length. I say about all-rounders for a reason, Niall. I think we've got one of the best all-rounders in the competition. One of them here with us in the commentary box this afternoon.
Go on.
No, I'm just teasing you. You have to wait. He's coming up in the, about 1.5 overs. Man who bowls and bats and fields. He's fit. He was in the swimming pool this morning doing his rehab. I saw him, his weights in his hands.
And he looks like Duncan from the Blue, the old band, the old pop band Blue.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's in good shape. I'll give you that. Just doing well until those people stood up in front. Just let him carry on. Keep a steady hand. You've got a job. That's it. Focus. Get the focus right. Shall I give you a clue? Well, for people in India, perhaps not. He played for Somerset as an all-rounder. Decent golfer. Tattooed quite a lot. End of the fourth over, 32 for 1. Captain from Ireland, going to somebody he knows really well, Trent Johnston. Second game, decent first game, 2 for 33. Good campaigner for Ireland, this man.
Yeah, he was a great captain, a real inspirational captain. When he spoke, you listened. He led from the front. He was a great captain. Took over Ireland at a difficult time, truth be told, and grabbed the team by the scruff of the neck.
Round the wicket, this one clipped nicely over mid-wicket. Such a lush outfield, this runs away.
Yeah, it's straight again. 2 straight. The Giants have been going 2 straight to the 3 left-handers we've seen so far. Any left-hander will be licking their lips around the wicket. Johnson generally swings the ball back into the lefty, so you don't have to do much. All you got to do is help the ball with the angle, and this is a great outfield. You get credit for your shot.
Sliced to third, just 1 bounce. Yeah, value for your shot. Absolutely, you get that here. And most of these grounds, when you think about it, all the squares are quite a lot higher. I always say it's like an overturned saucer. Everything runs off. Think about the Vankidi, though, it just runs off. And you see here that the squares are a lot higher. So once you get it out of that in circle, runs away. Like the angle that Johnston is creating from round the wicket. Just trying to swing it back in late. It's a bit of a danger with left-handers. Sometimes if you get it right, it's not easy.
Yeah, I just wonder, could he play around with the field a bit more? He's got deep third at the moment, and yeah, Kevin O'Brien just says deep third in, drop mid-off back. So gives Johnson a bit more protection legs. I would have been tempted to drop fine leg back. Still big space between deep backward square all the way around leg side.
Yeah, that's all right. I think as a bowling unit in a power play, you're bowling decent lengths, and you're not conceding too many boundaries, you're winning the power play. Even though they're only one down, look, 39 for one, you're going to have a decent last over in the power play to try and get that momentum and grab it back.
Yeah, last night 61 for 3 and 48 for 1 the power plays, so runs came quite freely.
There's that gap you were on about, and it does fly past that fine leggers up in the circle. End of another over. 5 overs are done, 43 for 1.
Southern superstars. Nice little partnership developing between the left-handers. Kevin O'Brien. What an important outing it is for both the teams. It's a lush, green outfield. It's a beautiful pitch to bat on. You're hearing about the square from Domenico, mentioning that the square is slightly higher than the regular ground, the level of the ground. Yes, at times, certain grounds. But when you have a pitch which is so good to bat, you don't want to miss an opportunity of having runs in front of your name. And the entire build-up in the previous over about the man who's about to get unleashed in the Legends League cricket commentary box will describe this further. Peter Trigo, welcome.
And a pleasure to be here. And it's amazing what this league has done for me personally. 42 years of age and making debuts all over the world still, and in particular tonight on the commentary box. And yeah, I mean, one of the great nuances to playing in India is every venue, the wickets are slightly different. This place here in particular, Vizag, looks an absolute belter, and the batters are certainly making the most of any loose deliveries that are on offer at the moment. Yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic playing out here for the last 2 weeks. We started in Ranchi and then moved to Dehradun. Now Vizag in particular is looking like an amazing venue. Jammu, I think, was the one pitch I think that was very different to the others. I think all the pitches so far have had some good pace and bounce in them. Jammu was a little bit slower and lower. We had a fascinating game the other night in front of at least 20,000. It was quite something.
That's the surface on which the match is being conducted. Nice dry. It might seem a lot different color, a lot more white in the nature than it was in Jammu. It's a nice mix of the clay content. Should be safe. Srivatsa Goswami, the big dive coming in to complete that. We'll just have a look to confirm that as well.
Yeah, outstanding bit of athleticism there, even though it's a Legends League. The average players' ages are slightly older than we're used to seeing here on television, but there's still some outstanding cricketers out on the field.
Safe. Yeah, a lot of players have just finished domestic cricket. One player on your team, Gurkirat Maan, has just finished with domestic cricket. And this is probably the first season that he's not a part of Punjab. Such a quality side that is. And of course, Srivatsa Goswami not too far away when he announced his retirement from domestic cricket. So yeah, it's a lot of younger legs who are out there. But to talk about experienced players like yourself, I think they're giving them a run for their money. So age is just a number.
Yeah, I think, you know, certainly to give some context back home in the UK, you know, this is, you know, the second, third season now of the Legends League. So I think the players that are coming to the end of their career aren't taking their foot off the gas anymore. And I think it's been noted, you know, by many people that I've spoken to watching this Legends League, as shots like that show, that the standards going up and up. Like I said, there's some quality. Yes, the bones are starting to ache and creak, and the guys maybe don't run quite as fast as they used to, but you're seeing some class cricket on show, that's for sure.
Yeah, certainly. This is the second leg of the. This is the second season of the Indian leg of the Legends League cricket, and from season 1 to season 2, Indian leg, that is, I'm talking about. There's a remarkable improvement in the style, in the fitness, in the standard of play. Of course, you can compare it to international cricket, very close to it.
Kevin O'Brien opting to change up the pace, bowling a lot of cutters into the wicket, using his experience of playing here in the subcontinent. He's got a magnificent record out there as the power play comes to an end. 53 for the one. I think the Southern superstars will be pretty happy. They've laid a good platform there to launch into the back end of this innings.
It was essential to have a decent power play. Well, the end of it all has definitely been a much better one. Upul Taranga with those drives. The couple of overs, they conceded 18 runs, Gujarat Giants. Jesse Ryder and Upul Taranga there. No foot movement. Ishwar Chaudhary was so convinced that he had his man. Back live. Down the leg side. And just to finish the power play between Jesse Ryder and Upul Taranga, the two left-handers, it's just been manoeuvring the field, utilising the pace of Upul Taranga after the wicket of Jesse Ryder. How do you see this power play? Is it a good power play, or is it or if a bowling side, will they be pleased with just one wicket down?
Well, I think rule of thumb, you're always looking to maybe try and get 10 and over as a minimum out of a power play. They're slightly under that, but the important thing is they haven't lost many wickets. They've got a batter in as well, which is really important. And I think, you know, looking at the stature of the two batters, you know, you've got quite a difference in size. You've got a left-hander that looks to manoeuvre the ball sideways, and then you've got the slightly more powerful player that's going to hit the ball a bit straighter. So lots of challenges for the opposition. Trent Johnson, obviously he's been there and seen it, done it for Ireland many times, and just looking to hold a length at the moment, try and get some dot balls, build a bit of pressure, as we just saw there, just try and create a little bit of wicket from somewhere. So I'd say that the power play is sort of even Steven, slightly favouring the Southern superstars. I think both teams will probably be pretty happy at this stage. It's a very crucial sort of 4 overs until that 10 over period. I think the Southern Stars will look to try and keep wickets in hand. So much of the big run scoring has happened in the last 5 overs in this tournament, I've noticed. Players or teams that keep wickets in hand can really launch, you know, score at 12, 15 and over those last 3 or 4. Thick edge down to third man there.
Yeah, the biggest example was just last night, what we saw over here. Dilhara Pereira ensuring that his team, Manipal Tigers, went over the line. They were going neck to neck. Then they were slightly ahead in the chase, but a couple of wickets pegged them back. Especially the wicket of Amit Verma, and then Dilhara Pereira. What an effort it was alongside Imran Khan.
I mean, T20, I think why it's so loved is it ebbs and flows, and little small moments can change the momentum of a game. And I think it's something that we've spoken about as a team, the Urban Risers Hyderabad. We've really spoken about taking responsibility. You know, you come to a Legends League, my first one, and you think, you know, you go with sort of open eyes, and you're not really sure how the management are going to take it. Is it going to be a bit of fun, and you know, the old players, you know, catching up after years without seeing each other, but actually, you know, very, very serious cricket. Lots of tactics, lots of stats being thrown at you, and yeah, I think that's the one thing that we've spoken about the most, is if you get ahead of the game, you know, maintain those partnerships, because I think one thing that is indicative of the Indian wickets is it's quite hard to start as a batter coming in. So if you get yourself to 30-40, and I think that's what we've done well as a team, the Urban Risers, you know, we've had the 60, 70, 80 runs scores from individuals that have got us over the line a few times. Ben Johnson just losing the radar a little bit, trying to tuck up the left-hander, trying to restrict any width on offer.
And they've struggled with the wides. The last game that they were playing your team, the Urban Risers Hyderabad, they conceded 14 wides in that, 6 wides so far in the first 7 overs. That's an area which, in any form of the game, at any age level that you're playing, you just don't want to give. You don't want to be offering freebies.
No, you're exactly right. 6 wide, that's already an extra over. Can't afford it in a game that's normally coming down to the wire. Most games in this league so far have been very exciting. I'm sure the fans are enjoying it as the players are. Most games, or a lot of games, coming down to the last ball, I've noticed in this tournament, it's been fascinating viewing.
59 for 1. On the partnership between Upul Taranga. He's had the going a bit slow by his style, Upul Taranga. See the ball, hit the ball, and hit the ball mild. Srivatsa Goswami has been an aggressor. He's had a good tournament so far, Srivatsa Goswami. (18-20) for the last game, 19 not out. An important game in that chase against the Manipal Tigers. Srivatsa Goswami was there when Pawan Negi was playing a blinder of not 25 or just 11 deliveries. Pawan Negi, number 4, correction, number 3 for Srivatsa Goswami, promoted up. So that's a little change as well that we've seen in the Southern Stars lineup, especially from Jammu. Of course, the wickets were low and slow in comparison to what we are witnessing right now. That's a difference in the weather conditions and how the pitch is prepared, of course, but how the Indian batters have been promoted up in the batting order. Ross Taylor not coming on himself. He's sent in another left-hander, Srivatsa Goswami, at the fall of Jesse Ryder, something that is a very consciously made move.
Yeah, well, I think, you know, it's probably indicative of a team that have had a slow start to the competition, you know, not, you know, struggling at the sort of bottom end of the ladder. As we know, this is a crucial game for the Southern Superstars to try and qualify. They probably haven't quite found the right combinations. I think it's probably quite an obvious thing to do, to go back to the guys, you know, at the top of the order that are familiar with conditions and maybe have played a little bit more cricket than others. You know, in a short tournament of 5 games in the group stages, you can't really afford to have a slow start at any stage. It's all about peaking at the right time, and for the Southern Superstars, they certainly need to peak today, but they are off to a fantastic start at the moment. Like I said, this is probably the best base they've had so far. You know, losing continuous wickets always does hamper how many runs you can score. I'm sure their head coach Michael Bevan's had something to say about the way to go about a one-day innings. He was a master of it himself. I have to admit that was one of my in the hotel sort of fan moments when I saw Michael Bevan walk in. I was completely starstruck. He was one of my heroes.
Many people's heroes. I'm second on that list as well, Peter Trigo, in terms of having a fan moment. I met him a few years ago when he was in the Indian commentary box doing Indian cricket, covering Indian cricket here. Yeah, that was a fan moment. Down the leg side. Nothing that the wicket-keeper could do there. Sarabjit Ladda was right. You should have read the turn. No, it wasn't that easy.
Yeah, I think there's quite clearly a tactic to Goswami to really starve him of any whip and try and bowl into the thigh pad, but that ball there just biting into the wicket and turning down the leg side. The small margins in T20 cricket. Extras are absolutely criminal. 5 wides, very costly at the start of your spell. Can he make up for it this delivery? He's given him that bit of whip. Goswami pounds it down the ground to mid-on.
Yeah, but they want to accelerate. We saw that yesterday's score of 180, 187 is not just going to be easy. They made a match of it, the India Capitals, 187. But certainly they would want to capitalize on the start. Shots like these, minimal risk, maximum output. A boundary to finish the 8th, 73 for 1.
Very timely boundary to end the over. As I mentioned, trying to starve Goswami of any whip. As soon as there's anything outside the off stump, he's able to free his hands at the ball, and he's picked a brilliant line there through straight mid-wicket to pick up that boundary. The look on the bowler's face, frustrated with himself. He knew that he'd given him that whip. He was starving for Monty Panesar in for a spell, and he's in the action. He's picked up a wicket. First ball, Monty strikes. Elton Chickenbura out there on the boundary takes a beautiful catch, and Monty Panesar strikes first ball.
This is Monty Panesar. You were listening to him in the commentary box yesterday in the evening. First ball in the Legends League Season 2. First ball, he picks up a wicket of Srivatsa Goswami. It's not going to be an easy stroll back for Monty Panesar. He's holding his run back. He knows there's more to come from him. What a perfect start for a fellow commentator, Monty Panesar. 73 for 2.
Well, he doesn't want to do too much running in his celebrations, all those fitness influencer videos he's putting on Instagram at the moment.
With a tap on his wristwatch, the umpire will also confirm with this wicket going down. That's going to be a start of a strategic timeout. 73 for 2. Just lost the second wicket, the Southern Superstars. Jesse Ryder and Upul Tharanga came out to open for the Southern Superstars after being asked to put the runs on the board. Trademark drive through the cover region for Tharanga. Dashed down the ground. Punished by Jesse Ryder. No foot movement. Just didn't read the delivery from Ishwar Chowdhury. Umpire wasn't convinced, but then eventually Ishwar Chowdhury got his word. Srivat Goswami and Tharanga capitalized on number 3 batting for Srivat Goswami coming in and stitched a decent partnership, which just gave them a little bit of a nice base to capitalize on. First ball from Monty Panesar in the Legends League, and he picks up a wicket. Ross Taylor, slip in place.
Yeah, nice to see Monty in the action. Done a lot of talking in the hotel. Nice to see him picking up his first wicket. What a great bowler he was for England. Little bit of spin there. Just turning it onto the higher part of the bat. No timing there, and straight down LT's throat there at deep mid-wicket. Takes the catch. And there's a happy Monty, which is the Monty everyone wants to see.
I'm just surprised that he wasn't that excited as we were as excited on him picking up a wicket. Normally he would be clapping, running around the park and celebrating his wicket. We didn't see that from Monty so far.
Yeah, we were used to seeing back home in England the Monty celebration. He was a very dangerous man to have a high five with, that's for sure. I think he took a few fingers out during his career. He used to get very, very excited. Still a quality bowler. The one just sliding into Ross Taylor, hunting out that shin for the LBW. Ross Taylor's been a bit light on runs, so he's due a performance.
Yeah, Upul Tharanga would want to get a move on here. Srivat Goswami held out in the deep. A very much simple stroke when you don't want to come down the track. Take the ball sweeping towards the mid-wicket region. Probably didn't see where that fielder was exactly. Upul Tharanga would want to capitalize on this. Good over. Successful one for Monty Panesar. 77 for 2. Trent Johnston, Kevin O'Brien, Ishwar Chowdhury and Sri Sant, the 4 seam bowlers. Sri Sant's just hobbled off the field, needing medical attention. Sarabjit Ladda. At least a couple. They should have run for 2.
Yeah, I think they're looking to maybe consolidate and build another partnership. I thought the timing of that shot from Goswami was a little bit odd. I think he'd be kicking himself first ball, probably an opportunity to have a little look at Monty, knock him around, because that batting partnership was just about to take shape. They were both above a run and ball, starting to pick up the odd boundary here and there. It was going quite nicely. Felt like it was a bit of a needless risk, really. He'll probably be in the dressing room now wishing he was still out there. It's one of the things one of my old coaches used to say to me: you can't score runs in the dressing room.
And you can't come back into form sitting in the dressing room.
Yes, exactly right. I think 2020 is a game of measured risks. I thought first ball of someone's spell, probably a little bit too soon to have a go, but what a beautiful delivery that is. Turning it past Ross Taylor's outside edge there, an absolute beauty. Slightly overpitched that next one. Belted down the ground. Ross Taylor looks very much in the mood to try and bed himself in, give himself a dozen balls or so before the famous Ross Taylor slog sweep comes out.
Yeah, he'll be also wary of playing that slog sweep. Each time he was on strike, especially to the left, to the leg spinner, there was Kevin O'Brien who was coming closer for that uppish drive on the cover region. He's slightly further back when Upul Taranga is there, but for Ross Taylor, he was trying to put that extra bit of pressure with a slip in as well.
A single down the ground to mid-on. I think the innings taking shape. We're nearly at the halfway stage here. 80 for 2. Double it and a little bit, and I think you've got a competitive score. I think they'll be looking for at least a 180 score from here. They're gonna have to do some motoring. One of these guys, I fear, is gonna have to really go on. Taranga, maybe that man. He's faced 26 balls now for his 30. Have to take some responsibility, and there is the slog sweep from Ross Taylor. He very rarely misses out, and that one's over the rope for 6. Boo corner, as it's called in New Zealand. What a fantastic strike.
Once a favourite, always a favourite. You say a strength or your bailout shot, whatever you want to call that. Ross Taylor this time doesn't miss out. He missed one. I think it was in Dehradun. He missed out when he played that shot and he was caught in the deep. But he backs his strength. It's high. There's a fielder. He has enough time to get underneath that, and he takes that as well. Sarabjit Ladda is jumping with joy because he's dismissed the captain of the Superstars.
Great catch from LT out there. It looks like he's done himself a bit of a disservice. Looked like he stumbled there. 3 yards out from catching that ball. But safe hands, and Ross Taylor will be disappointed with that. He's just picked up that 6. He's got greedy, gone again. And he's got his man.
There were 10 down now in the 10 overs. 3 down now, 86 for 3.
$86 for 3. Southern Superstars just lost their skipper. Huge wicket. New man Chaturanga de Silva, southpaw from Sri Lanka, has found himself in good touch right from the outset here at LLC Season 2. Came in as a late replacement. Lost Aaron Finch right at the final hour, unfortunately. Superstars, which was a big loss really, their captain, the leader. Keep chipping away here, the Gujarat Giants. Every time the Superstars look like they're just getting a little bit of initiative, that man there makes a good decision. Okay. Monty gives a little bit of width, and Uppataranga lets the ball glide off the face, and Sarabjit Ladda gets a little bit of Sunday afternoon football in the park fielding.
Good to see Monty in action. He's been waiting for this occasion. End of Ross Taylor. Sometimes your strength which has been that shot throughout his career, can be a weakness. And you just hope he's okay. Didn't look good when he went down. Whether he twisted his knee, whether he landed on his knee, whatever it was. Yeah, Monty was with us in the commentary box yesterday, wasn't he? And we had to drop him off at his airport, at the hotel, at the airport, at the hotel.
I thought about dropping him at the airport. We had to drive 20 miles out of our way home.
20 miles we had to drive to his hotel. And all we did is smile.
He won't be getting dropped off tonight, tell you that. He'll be walking home.
Well, he might be carried home if he gets player of the match today. A couple of more wickets, Monty.
Obviously, so skillful because he hasn't got a game in the tournament. And as much as you're enjoying the camaraderie of your teammates, you want to play. That's what you're here to do. No one wants to be sitting on the bench, no matter how well your team is playing. So then when you get the chance to deliver, excellent from Monty Panesar. My old teammate from Northants, sat beside her for 6 years in the dressing rooms.
I don't know which one I'd feel sorry for.
I was very neat and tidy, Monty less so. Four in the ring, catching mid-wicket. Cover and two men behind, square on the off the leg. Well, I think that's bat on the ground. I don't think there's any wood on that. I'm fairly certain Chaturanga de Silva on the reverse sweep hits the bat into the turf.
Yeah, there was a definite noise. I think you're spot on. I think he just clips. Yeah, the pitch right at the end. Monty, look at him.
Tidy work from Mr. Panesar. 11 done, 92 for 3. Current run rate will get them 167. They'll need more because it's a good pitch. Siku Prasanna, Sri Lankan leggy, top character Siku. Two left-handers, leg spin, cow corner. Cow corner was on. Gets plenty of it. Yes, just enough. Slightly shorter side. It's too inviting to not have a dip.
His heart would have been in his mouth because he doesn't get it out the screws. Just see, he looks at it, he keeps looking at it, and he's thinking, go on. Blow, wind, blow. You can just see he's thinking, have I got enough?
It's just too inviting as a left-hander against leggy, even though you know he's going to bowl a lot of googlies. Just so hard just not to get sucked into trying to pump it leg side. Well bowled, very good ball. I think he's unlucky. Wide given, I'm not sure.
Not a wide. Not a wide, I'm sorry. So you're spot on. Well, the wind's due in tonight, isn't it? The breeze is supposed to be picking up. The storm, hopefully it doesn't come to Vizag and it goes around and misses us. But what a beautiful place this is. We're right on the seafront. Opened my curtains this morning and all I can see is the sea. Rolling waves coming in. How beautiful.
Yeah, I grew up beside the seaside, so I do like having the sound of the sea. Making a little stroll along the front today. It was a nice coffee shop. Plenty of people out exercising. Googly again, straight up in the air. It's soft. Chowdhury reverse cup, and I must say, Siku Prasanna, that is excellent. Another googly. Taranga looked all at sea.
Yeah, you're right. It's good from the leg spinner, Prasanna, because it is that googly. He hasn't picked it. He's tried to go leg side again, like he did earlier in the over where he swept him. A good catch from Chowdhury. Disappointment for Taranga. They're happy. The Giants. Another wicket falls. The Stars under a bit of pressure now. Taranga gone for 34. They're 101 for 4.
Rajesh Bishnoi, good strike rate. Bit of work to be done here. They've lost 3 wickets, fairly quick succession. 3 wickets for 28 runs. Slip in play. Leg side.
They're still in a good position, even though they've lost 4 wickets. You see the end of Taranga again. Just doesn't pick it. Just doesn't pick it, slices off. He's trying to hit it too much leg side. Should have hit it straight back over the bowler's head. But they've got to try and get a partnership going right now to stay in this competition. They're trying to push a 2. Bit of a slip. Nearly overthrows. End of the 12th over. It's 102 for 4.
Great to see you, my friend.
We saw him at the hotel, didn't we?
We did, you're right.
And you said he even looks like, look how he's had his beard shaped. Look at that, that is shaping.
Praganoija on the left.
I'm not sure MS would be happy with you saying MS.
Oh, just because of the jersey. Obviously, obviously. Don't you start. You behave yourself. We've got on well for the best part of 3 weeks. We're not going to fall out now. The final hurdle.
You said it, not me. Great to see, though, that people coming in to watch.
And Monty's got it on an absolute string here. This is the Monty of old, twirling away. Beautiful Monty.
Always had a rhythmical run-up, Monty. Maybe doesn't follow through as much as he used to. You just see lovely, rhythmical, gets into nice positions, drives through.
Short ball down leg side. Help on its way. Let's have a look at this action you talk about, Corky. Very straight run up.
Straight run up, then pivots, and then gets over that front foot. That's the main thing with a spinner, is pivoting on that front foot and then trying to get as many revolutions on the ball.
And huge hands Monty has. Is it a really good rip Very fine international career, Monty.
Well, he's told us, hasn't he?
Yeah, he got Sachin out, what, 14 times he told us?
Oh, in the car last night, it went up to 16.
Pretty sure Sachin's probably watching and he's thinking, I never got out to Monty that many times.
I'm going to actually get it checked. He says he at least 4 or 5. We're going to have it checked.
Not very tidy over from Monty Panesar, just 4 from it. Bit of a quiet stage here in the Southern Stars innings. 13 done, 106 for 4. Coaches will earn their corner and have a bit of a chat with the captains and players in this strategic timing. Match 14, 106 for 4. The superstars, they need to win. Michael Bevan and his men to try and get into the top 4 into the playoffs. This was Jesse Ryder, who gave his wicket up. A big appeal. Umpire said no. Jesse said yes. This is Elton Chikabur in the deep. Good catch. Catching Goswami, and then Ross Taylor pumped a big 6. And then once again, Elton Chikabur held on well. Didn't do himself too much damage. And then Pietersen, who never really got going, 34. It's just better than run a ball. Done by a Google.
.107 for 4 then is where the Stars find themselves at the moment. They're under a bit of pressure. They've got to try and set a target that they're going to be able to defend. And speaking to Michael Bevan in that interview before, he said with his bowling attack, he thinks 170 might be enough, which will be interesting because last night 186 wasn't.
Yeah, got the likes of Hamid Hassan, Suranga Lakmal, Johan Botha, who's been miserly all tournament, so they've got to get something to bowl at. Top edge, sweeping against the googly again, put down! Subfielder Rajat Bhatia, who had a injured hamstring a couple of games ago. He's fielding for Elton Chikabur. I think he's wearing a pair of trainers.
Top edge again. We've seen this a few times. And that sweep shot. Does he get there? He has. He's got trainers on. Well, does this come off his boot straight back to the bowler? No. I got a bit excited then.
All about the footwear.
Now then, what's your brother saying here?
Up and over the offside. What a wonderful shot that is. Good footwork, 5 from 9. Knew he had to do something and gets a good connection.
Whatever your brother said, don't say it, because that one went for 6. This one a little bit more flight, a little bit of drift. It's a good looking shot. Good looking shot.
Yeah, when he comes down the pitch, he has an open blade, so he's always going to slice the ball over extra cover. Decent over that for the Southern Superstars. 10 off it, 116 for 4. They want something around that 176. 10s from here. Panasar to bowl is 4th and final.
Well, he's been miserly, hasn't he? Panasar.
Rajat Bhatia now sub-fielding. Let's have a look at the old footwear. Top edge again has been the norm. Has it? Look at those shoes. They look like they're about size 15s as well. I think they're Solomon Ben's.
There might be Courtney Walsh's.
Little glove, little bit of a glove, good, yeah. Umpire says glovage on the reverse sweep. Chaturanga de Silva, the second time he's tried it, effective.
Yeah, because Monty has taken that second man out of the offside behind square into mid-wicket, it's a safe shot in a way. Be very unlucky just to pick out that one fielder that's just at backward. Absolutely, you need them changing. Now, I hope they're not Courtney Walsh's and the yours and not Solomon Ben's, because they don't need size 15s.
Wide down leg side. Rajat Bhatia. This is unbelievable. What about those socks? What about those grey socks? Rajat. He had the old socks like he was going for a day at the office.
Do you reckon the coach has just said, send some boots out to him?
Do with his bowling. Andy Bowler has that hamstring injury. Monty a bit flatter this over. A little faster, just trying to get out of his spell. Prasanna, was this into the boot? No. Into the ground, onto the big toe, I think. Carried back to Prasanna. Slog sweep, in the air again. Oh, very good catch, Emirates. Charging in from deep square leg and good hang time. He composed himself, got a good catching position and pouched it.
Another sub-fielder on, and this is a good catch because this goes high. Monty with a little bit more drift. Sweep shot again. Top edge, good catch. And Monty's a happy man. 2 wickets in his first game so far in season 2 of LLC. Chaturanga de Silva goes to 17, 1, 2, 4 for 5.
Nagy the hero in Jammu. Monty, marvellous work. Welcome back in the commentary box anytime, Panasar. 15 done, 125 for 5.
Progressed with his bowling, the way he's finished his spell, 2 for 23 in his 4 overs. The first bowler to finish the spell. First wicket, of course, Srivat Goswami. And then coming back and getting De Silva. There's one person who wants to be in that 11, playing 11 of the Gujarat Giants every time from here on. That's Monty Panesar.
Yes, Anjan, what a great spell from Monty. One thing I'm going to do when I'm going to get back to the hotel is I'm going to book a table for 2, candlelit, Panesar and Cork when I get back. And I'd like to be a fly on that ball.
No, Peter, let's not be a fly on the ball. Let's book the table behind them to say whether they walked in together or they walked out together.
It's a date, but in all fairness, what a great spell, using his flight, guile, experience. Magnificent stuff. Well done, Monty.
A player of the match in the last game for the Southern Superstars. Pawan Negi out there. Ishwar Chaudhary introduced back in the attack. Last 5 overs, they don't want to concede many from here. They're already 5 men down, the Superstars. Important game for them to win, to remain alive in the tournament. And nice to have a slip in. Not many times you get an occasion as a captain to put a slip in the 16th over.
No, I think it's a bit of a reaction to the way the Southern Superstars are playing. Again, they haven't really got into the tournament as well as they would have hoped. And I think the last couple of balls there, a little bit wishy-washy with a lot of their stroke play, you know, fiddling outside off stump. I've noticed in the tournament that the teams that have done well have been really dominant at the crease, really confident.
And he's bowled well to Ishwar Chaudhary. The look at the discipline of the Gujarat Giants bowlers today. None have conceded far too many that they couldn't get them back with a wicket, or maybe the next over they brought them back. 7 bowlers so far been introduced. Kevin O'Brien marshalling his troops today. 1 over for 10 and he took himself off. He went around to the spinners. Now they feel it's better to have, oh no, change their mind. Rajesh Bishnoi. They want to persist with a slip for Bishnoi as well. Where do you think they'll be looking to target in this scenario, the Superstars?
Well, I think the one criticism I'd have of them is they haven't really used their feet a great deal. I think that they've made the Gujarat teams or bowlers' jobs quite easy. They've generally sort of kept the stumps in play. Monty's spell was indicative of it, really. He just bowled wicket to wicket, and there wasn't much use of the feet, which is very, very unusual in T20 cricket, certainly against a spinner.
Not wanting to generalize it, but there are not many batters who are very pleased in using their feet, or not very keen to use their feet. If they can muscle the ball standing back in their crease, or just by a shimmy across to the off stump or towards the bowler, not really coming as a traditional stepping out that you would want to see.
Well, Andrew, I don't want to give too much away to the opposition as to how I'm going to play tomorrow, but just observing this game now, every time there's been a shot, a lateral shot, slog sweep, been an awful lot of top edges today. Tells me there's a little bit of a two-paceness to the wicket, so the best way to counteract that is to use your feet and hit as straight as possible. I think that's always a good place to start, especially when you're looking for boundaries, is just try and hit the ball at the sight screen. Every time the superstars have tried to hit a boundary, they've gone sideways and they've been holing out, losing their wickets.
The discipline, again, back of the leg deliveries. They've not really been given an opportunity to go down the ground as well. They haven't been on the fuller side, the bowlers, the length.
Yeah, as I said, you know, I think the batting team at the moment have made the job easier. They're almost, we're into the 16th over now, and they're still bowling what you'd call a 4-day area, which really in 2020 cricket is criminal.
And they haven't used this man, not needed. 129 for 5. Well, your team's up and against the Manipal Tigers tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. evening game, match number 15, last league game. Legends League cricket will decide exactly who's where. It will finish with knowing who finishes where. Sarabjit Ladda returns. Change of end for him. We haven't seen Rajat Bhatia bowl. He picked up a slight niggle in the last game, or in the first game that they played in Jammu. Played a match-winning knock. He continued batting out there in the centre to ensure that the team got to some respectability. Then he came in and he didn't bowl, in fact. That match he batted 39 not out. And had they played the next game, the Gujarat Giants, probably he might not have bowled. So that rest has been very helpful for Rajat Bhatia to come in, for even the physios to assess and give a break to the injured muscle.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to remember this is nearly a 4-week tournament, and for the guys that haven't played for a couple of years, it's going to be a bit challenging on the body. I played many years ago in Bangladesh in the Dakar Premier League with Rajat Bhatia, so an old teammate of mine. So it's been great to see him still bowling his little cutters. Very, very intelligent cricketer. Looks very intelligent with the glasses, doesn't he?
Actually, that's the first time I'm seeing him on a cricket field with the glasses. I don't remember the last time he came out with spectacles.
Well, he told me the other day when I saw him in the airport, he'd been studying biomechanics in America. He's been to university, and I mean, I'd give him an A+ just for those beautiful glasses he's wearing.
Well, land safe. And to talk about the glasses, he wears red lens glasses just to protect his eyes from, of course, the computer screen and the mobile screen that we look at us so very times. So he's absolutely got it covered. The science behind protecting your eyes.
Well, I'd give him an A+ for his glasses and a D- for his shoes today.
132 for 5. Kevin O'Brien not bringing himself back on. He's gone to Trent Johnston.
Good chance Trent Johnston will be looking to use his height, bowl into the pitch. I don't think he'll be going Yorkers just yet. Trying to get the batsman to continue this effort to hit sideways, try and get another top edge out of the batters, try and get another wicket. I mean, that has been one thing that stalled the Southern superstars this whole innings, is just losing wickets at key times. As soon as there's a partnership, they've lost a wicket. It's just stalled momentum.
That can be another wicket. Kevin O'Brien does the job.
Kevin O'Brien doesn't drop a man's like shovels. He doesn't drop them at all. He's taken some magnificent catches this tournament. Safest hands in the tournament, I'd say, that's for sure. Another sign there that the Southern Stars batters look just played across the line to a straight ball, dead straight half volley. That should be going over the sight screen. He's tried to whip it to mid-wicket, and it's brought the top edge into play. And again, Kevin O'Brien does not drop those. The Irish boys, what a combination.
132 for 6. A new man in for the Southern superstars. How many can they accumulate? Oh, that ball's a magician. It's beaten 3 people before it headed into the boundary cushion.
How on earth has that gone before? Remarkable. I think that's maybe one thing that you do see occasionally in the LLC. Yeah, you don't stop many with your shoe, that's for sure.
And it was just a push. You would have thought, okay, the bowler didn't get the boot down in time. The captain ran over it, but what about the third player? Just a push by Lakmal. 1 gone, 2 down. A third one as well. Right, Emirate.
Like a Manchester United striker at the moment, missed the ball.
Yeah, they're struggling, eh?
Yeah, I was just actually thinking about what would be a minimum that you'd want. I I think 160, 170, you'd feel like you've got a chance, but I think the opposition would have to probably play poorly.
I was actually talking about Man U.
Well, as a Manchester United supporter, it's been tough viewing the last few years.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not sure about how the Southern superstars have gone about this innings. It always sort of makes you wonder if there's communication in the dugout when you see the modes of dismissal being so similar. Once you've seen your second, third top edge, you'd surely have a word with the guy coming in saying hit straight, hit straight. But they've continued trying to hit those sideways shots that just haven't brought them many boundaries at all. Blackmal's only looking one way. I think he looked like he was on the first tee at a golf course then.
Yeah, very interesting point, because as batters, when someone walks out after having spent a short time or a while at the pitch, and the information that you bring back to the batters who are slated to walk in next, you just give them a piece of advice like, look, this is either too paced, or you can hit down the ground, or back yourself, I played a poor stroke, so that the doubt, if at all is there any, for the man coming in, is actually cleared or assisted to be cleared. But I asked that to one of the captains earlier in the post-match. They said they're all experienced players, they know exactly what to do. Another view, 140 for 6. Right, last 2 overs, Sarabjit Ladda will bowl out. He's going to bowl one of them. Pavan Negi has sent his helmet back. He feels it's time to get the skates on, get to challenge the boundary cushions. Kevin O'Brien is just adjusted Monty Python to get the short third for the googly.
Always fascinates me the helmet off to the spinners theory, because a top edge into the teeth is just as painful as being hit by a bounce from a fast bowler. Hopefully that doesn't happen today. Will he persevere with the sideways shots? Yes, he is. He's certainly trying to hit that cow corner area. Andrew, the question you asked about experience, you know, these guys are of an age. We've all, you know, played professional cricket, some of us for 20, 25 years. But pressure does a funny thing. And I was asked at the start of the competition, are you going to feel pressure? And I replied by saying, if you care, you feel pressure. And we all care about our cricket. We all care about our performance. And when there's pressure involved, people do crazy things. Just like that.
Just the finishing touch was required by Ladda. He had done well to get to the ball, realize that he was the one who was the best to get to it, just didn't finish.
Yeah, he's gone for the tuck and roll after dropping that one. He'll be disappointed. Dropping one off your own bowling, it's almost like a double disappointment.
The last 6 overs conceding 38 runs have been the Gujarat Giants bowlers, and that drop will hurt more.
Still, I do find it remarkable. I mean, you're into the real death of the game, and nobody's used their feet to the spinner. It just smells of a lack of confidence from the batting lineup.
Such a high backlift for that Lakmal. You actually gave it away to the bowler when you sent back your helmet.
Yeah, I think you do. Yeah, I mean, you're unlikely to sweep square. You're looking to hit cow corner and hit straight, but it's just think you know, in the context of the game, nobody's stepped out of the crease. I mean, getting momentum into the shot by using your feet. And the first time they have, they've got 6 for it, so probably not a bad tactic.
You're absolutely right. Use your feet, come down the track, try to hit the target straight. Pavanegi did everything as suggested. None other than Peter Trigo. What a valuable hit this is.
Yeah, and a couple of those, and they're certainly in a game. They need a few more.
One more, that's flat. 2 will just get him a single. 151 for 6. That's a 6 by Pavanegi to get his team over to 150. Certainly damaged. Oops. That's a costly hit. That's the LED covering the side screen.
There goes the win bonus. Brent Johnson to close out the innings. Starts with a perfect Yorker, straight in the hole. You can't really do anything with those unless you're ramping. We see a replay of that 6. The first batter to really use his feet to the spin. What a great shot, and causing a little bit of collateral damage here at the ground in Vizag.
See, that's why all these things are so good. Left side possibly. Oh no, she feels it's in front. Pavanegi has taken the review.
At first glance, I thought this was absolutely stone dead, but it almost makes you feel like the decision's been made wrong when the umpire's wandered out of her area. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see. My first thought was it was absolutely stone dead. Unless that's hit a glove, I think that's the end of Negi's innings. That's a good start. The hamstring's too tight to get over that front line. Yeah, that's a good decision. That's a very good decision. Just pitched on leg stump, I think. What do you think, Anjum? Umpire's call?
It's not available. We have to go with the umpire on the field call, and her decision is out. And the TV umpire was just confirming whether the ball pitched outside that mat or not. It's fair about inside in that mat, so yes, that's a good decision by the on-field umpire. Pavanegi, the destructor who they had their hopes on, walks back. 151 for 7. Both. 151 for 7, and he fell with Kavanaghi hitting that 150, getting to that mark with a 6. This last over would just be a little more helpful to them. Johan Bolka can strike.
Yeah, he sure can. But I think that dismissal just shows that little bit of discombobulation of the innings, the confusion. He's just hit a 6 straight down the ground. And then the next over, he's going for the ramp. I mean, stick with what you're good at. That's close again. That's close. If that's not hit the glove, that's going to be very close. I could see a review coming. Trent Johnson. Unless that's hit the glove, I think that is going to be absolutely stone dead again. He does that well, Trent Johnson, has done for years, bowls well at the death, gets those Yorkers in. That you miss, I hit theory.
Yeah, possibly a confirmation that the TV umpire says stay with your decision, probably outside of the line of off stump.
2 outstanding decisions. Very, very well done. Very, very marginal, but she's got them absolutely spot on.
And he would have said just knock it off, knock off the off stump.
Well, if that man was bowling, I think the stumps would be everywhere. Another player who's decided to hit straight and has hit a 6. I still find it amazing how we've watched so many shots top edge to the sideways boundaries, and a few times the batters have gone down the ground, they've picked up a number of boundaries. Beautiful strike.
It was nicely pitched up, but to his credit, the elevation, the distance was definitely timed well by Lakmal. Any number of runs are valuable for the Southern Superstars. Must-win game for them. This time Ryan Emirates collects it. Credit to Trent Johnston for sticking with his game plan and then rewarded.
Yeah, and Jimmy's got that one slightly fuller. Couldn't quite get underneath it. Lakmal and his hold out to Emmett there at long on. Bowled absolutely fantastically today, Trent Johnson, and he's got his rewards. Briefer. Where do you feel the score is at the moment? You know, are we 20 short of where the Southern Superstars would like to be?
158 for 8. I still feel it is slightly on the shorter side. They would have been happier getting closer to that 180, 190 mark. And the kind of players that we look at down the batting order, everyone got a start. There wasn't a player batting. Even Ross Taylor, who scored just 9, but he also got a start. He had a 6 towards the mid-wicket region, which he timed well. So yes, they would feel a bit like that, but last ball of the innings.
Super piece of bowling to close out the innings from Trent Johnson. He finishes with 3 for 30 off his 4 overs. Southern Superstars close out on 159 for 8.
Yeah, he'll be a happy captain. Kevin O'Brien rotated his bowlers really well, barring that one over where he conceded 10. He didn't bring himself on. He went around the park, started with Srisanth, finished with Johnston. In the middle, went to the spinners, Monty Panesar, a standout bowler, playing his first game in the league. 2 for 23 of his 4. Royal Emirates, not on the park as a first 11 player, but he contributed in the outfield in those 2 catches. Jesse Ryder and Upul Taranga started the proceedings for the Southern Superstars. Goswami, number 3, got a good start, but then was the first victim of Monty Panesar. De Silva, Rajesh Bishnoi again were the players that they were looking that the acceleration will happen through the middle period for the Superstars, and Negi will be there to finish with a flurry. It really didn't happen that way the script went, because the bowling was very good. The partnership right at the top between Upul Taranga and Srivatsa Goswami. That's a standout one which gave them the pedestal, and that pedestal should have been utilized by the ones following Upul Taranga and Srivatsa Goswami. But credit to those bowlers to pull things back. Everyone contributed. Yes, Srisant didn't get a wicket. He was off the park. He was a little unwell. But barring that 1 over expensive one for Kevin O'Brien, everyone chipped in and bowled to their field. Kept the pressure on. Now it will be time for the Gujarat Giants to come back and chase down this target. They're in a comfortable position, but they'll be in a much more better position if they win this. Do join us for a very short break for the chase. Legends League Cricket coming to you live from the VDCA Cricket Stadium in Vizag. Southern Superstars up against the Gujarat Giants. Asked to bat first, the Southern Superstars started off reasonably well with a nice healthy partnership between Upul Taranga and Shrivats Goswami. The best of the partnership, but they couldn't finish as well as they started.
Well, they lost the toss, Anjum, and they were put in and needed a good start. It looked like it was going okay because there wasn't too much swing. And the way that Jesse Ryder started, you thought he was up for a big one. It was a strange way, eventually, the way he was given out, because he was given not out, and then in the end, he walked off. It's a very good surface. And I think some of the shot selection they wouldn't be happy with. They're in a position at 73 for 1 to really post a big score with Upul Taranga there, and then in came Monty. First ball of Legends League Cricket Season 2, gets a wicket. And then really, it went down bank from there. Got one of his trademark sweep shots out of the ground, and then very next ball, caught in the deep. Couple of injuries for the Giants in that fielding effort. And again, got one away for 6, and then a couple of balls later just sliced it out. The Chowdhury at backward point, good piece of bowling, and really then they just couldn't get a partnership going. This should have been taken. He had trainers on at one stage. Batian had to change it to some boots. Anjum, they just couldn't get the momentum back, could they?
And they were all dismissed as strokes that they were trying to clear square of the boundaries, and Peter Trego made a valuable point. Only if they tried to hit straight, a lot straighter, they would have got more distance than actually Rajesh Bishnoi got this. Pawan Negi came in along with Suranga Lakmal, and they could get the acceleration in the scoring rate. Lakmal again trying to go square of the wicket. Sarabjit Ladda couldn't hold on to his own opportunity that he created. Yeah, they would have been happier to get closer to that 190 mark at least, with the kind of batters that they are and the kind of form that these batters have been in. But a long break hasn't really helped the Southern Superstars. 159 is what they managed on the board. Well, that's the target that they could have to defend to remain alive in the tournament. That's sneaking it out, the umpires. Right, that's a chase. Right at the top, Kevin O'Brien walking out with Dhruv Rawal.
Well, I'm captain, I'm going to open the innings. That's what he said. Oh, Kevin. Put in a couple of good performances in this country before. 7 bowlers then for the Giants. And quite simply, the team on your left, they lose, they're gone. They're on the next flight out of here. Team on the right, if they win, they have a chance of getting into that top 2. 2 games to get into the final, which is this Saturday coming.
Abdur Razak, the impact player, in place of Jesse Ryder. That's quality, and they need that quality right at the top to get them the win, to get them the wickets. What a contributor he has been every game. Four wickets so far in the tournament, and last game that he was bowling against the Manipal Tigers, he had them in a lot of trouble after his 4 overs. 6 wickets. Correction. But that's a career. 4 this season. How do you see this challenge? Kevin O'Brien versus Abdul Razak.
Well, Kevin won't be pushing it for singles. I can tell you that. Kevin O'Brien likes to go downtown, maybe with a little bit of bottom hand and lift it over the leg side. He's got to give himself a chance to get in.
Apish. That's a good stop at backward point. Ross Taylor has stationed himself at slip.
Bowls at a good pace, doesn't he, Razak? Pace back in, the odd ball will slide on, the odd ball will grip.
There's a man there, but it's just going to fall short to Johan Botha.
Not a sprinter, is he, Johan Botha? He's more a long-distance runner. Just couldn't get there. He's built for endurance, that man, let me tell you. Ooh.
How many kilometers did you say that he ran?
A lot, 260, I think, in an ultra marathon. And you know what the question is? Why?
Did you ask him?
No, I haven't. No, he obviously enjoys it. And fair play to him to do that. You must be mentally tough to go through that.
Catch it! First wicket for Abdul Razak and the Superstars.
Well, not perhaps the way he would have wanted it, but he'll take it. Revel, who went for a little paddle sweep. It's down the leg side. It's a poor delivery, really. Simple catch. Ross Taylor, he'll take anything, let me tell you. Stay in the competition, keep taking wickets early on. And the smile is on the faces of the stars so far. Not on that man's face. Gone. None. It's 1 for 1.
Abhishek Junjunwala. He knows how to rotate strike, how to absorb that pressure. Vastly experienced. Good man to walk in at number 3 for the Giants. Perfect timing and placement from Junjunwala. Up and running he is. 5 for 1. What a start.
A little bit of pace on it. He uses the pace, and look at the two fielders. Just go move. Bishnoi just looks to his left. He just watches it fly past. Don't have to move. Don't need to move. A little bit of width, isn't there?
And as a batter, when you get that ball first up, you're just waiting for any width on offer. It wasn't too bad a ball. It was marginally short. He played it well on the back foot. Now it's Ashok Dinda. Who are the bowlers that they'll be looking at, the Southern superstars, to get them their early breakthrough?
Well, Dinda would be one. The only issue with pace on, you can see with Kevin O'Brien that he would like to have that pace on because he'll just use that pace. You've got to make sure the line is right. I did a pitch report earlier and I just talked about the length, just slightly shorter on this surface. Not too short, you get pulled. Can't look just to float it up there. Slip in place, Ross Taylor, slam it into the pitch, any movement, bring him into it.
That's very, very close. Definitely worth a shot. Ashok Dinda is not going to take a step back. He's forced Ross Taylor to go up and take a review.
Well, as soon as I saw it, Anjum, I thought it's hit him outside the line. That's the first thing that I thought. There was a noise. Now, whether that was bat on pad, don't think it's an inside edge, so we have to go through the process. No ball's fine. A couple of things to look at. Don't worry about where it pitches, it's where it hits. Even if it pitches outside, it's where it hits him. Does it hit him in line? Absolutely not. Outside. Good decision. On field, not out.
And what Dinda would have seen is that his bat was behind the pad. That's why he must have forced Ross Taylor to go for the decision, to take that discussion to the TV umpire.
Yeah, some ways you've just got to maybe not use the bowler. The bowler is, you know, his emotions are high, his adrenaline's pumping, he'll think everything's out.
And if you've seen Abhishek Jhunjhunwala bat, he used to play for Bengal. Dinda would have definitely seen him. And that competition of getting the better of Jhunjhunwala, he might have bowled to him, might not, I'm not too sure. The thought would have been, right, I've beaten the bat, I've beaten the batter with the swing. It's definitely worth a shout.
And also the position they probably are in the competition, it's worth a gamble. They have to win. So they'll probably think it's a waste of time having two reviews and not using them. Now is the time. We've got them two down. Pressure's on.
Lovely. He's just turned the heat on for the Giants. With strokes like these, he hit a delightful boundary to get off the mark, and now a pick-up short as a 6.
And that's what I said about the pace. You get the line right, you can use the pace on this surface. Good wicket to bat on. And even though there's a man right on the edge, I think it's Johan Botha. It is right on the edge, just gets enough of it. First 6 of the innings then, Jhunjhunwala.
Now he's testing the batter with a short ball. It just gives an indication that a fast bowler has said, right, I've pitched the ball up, I haven't got the decision my way, I've been clobbered for a 6 with a pickup shot, now I'll go short.
Yeah, this is that LBW that Dinda really went to Ross Taylor and said, yes, yes, review, review. And he looked up and he smiled. Ross Taylor, he just had to just smile.
If there's no inside edge and it hits the stump, there were 2 sounds there.
Now then, Ross Taylor, what do you do? Do you burn your 2 reviews in 1 over? What do you do? Yeah, I tell you what, this is closer, but I think because of that last one, he just can't do it. It's not worth the gamble then. When you've got 2, okay. But have a look at this. The only thing I would say, it's height. I think this is straight, it's the height. height. Good decision by the umpire, and also good decision by Ross Taylor.
And by Dominic Cock. Nah, you don't bowl there. As a last ball to finish the over. It's been an expensive one. 19 for 1.
Really good shot. You just sense that pace and got on top of the bounce, and once you beat that backward point, third was quite fine. Expensive over. Razak taken out of the attack. Sri Lankan Lakmal into the attack. And he's still on the attack. Ross Taylor with a slip in place.
Quite tournament for him. So far 9, 11, 18. 3 games where he's batted.
Little bit of fortune for Kevin O'Brien. Just tries to work it leg side and an inside edge that runs away for a boundary.
He was lining himself up for the ball that's going to be pitched up to him. You could see that he was caught on the crease, still on the back foot. He's anticipating that with pace, Luckman's going to pitch one up and he can go down the ground. It doesn't happen. Streaky boundary to the credit of O'Brien.
Well, we know it's a must-win game for the superstars, and we know it's the Gujarat Giants who are at the moment batting. And there might be one man watching this, Gautam Gambhir of the Capitals, who, if the Stars lose, they progress in the tournament.
That's why when you play on a pitch like this, you get to see strokes like that.
Really good from Kevin O'Brien. On top of the bounce, he's always had the ability to time the ball. And he gets it in between the two fielders and this runs away really quickly. Dangerous player, O'Brien.
And it's a kind of stroke that, irrespective how many years later also you pick up a bat, you want to hit it and time it to perfection, just like Kevin O'Brien did. That's where Ross Taylor is now, not at slip. The evergreen drive through the covers, the punch, backward punch that Kevin O'Brien hit 2 balls ago. And you ask Courtney Walsh, the coach of Gujarat Giants, and he'll always tell you, why to even offer a length ball to a batter? Just ask him to remain in the crease.
End of the third over, 27 for 1.
Abhishek Jhunjhunwala out there batting at number 3 alongside his captain Kevin O'Brien. 133 required. Jakalis, captain of the Gujarat Giants in the last game today, wasn't there. Didn't come in as a substitute as well. The man next to him did play. Monty Panesar.
We dropped him off at his hotel last night, Anjum, on the way home. Monty, obviously we had him all day in here. He was telling us how he was going to get wickets today, and he's turned up today, first ball. Look at him. He'll be telling everybody about them wickets.
That's it.
Does this carry? Goes all the way to the boundary, but is this a chance put down? They can't afford this. I think it bounces just before. Jhunjhunwala with his hands getting through the ball, slices it out. Oh yeah. Good effort in the end to try and stop it. Owen Negi.
Yeah, with the 3 boundaries and a maximum that Jhunjhunwala has struck, it's just taken that initial benefit of that wicket off from the superstars. Figures of Monty Panesar, Dominic?
Decent, he'll be happy with that. He'll tell everybody. Couple of wickets. Lovely man, Monty Panesar. But he can talk.
Catch it, somebody!
Oh, somebody was the cry from the keeper. None came.
What's that phrase? Look at the Irish. Couple of times now that he's had a little bit of luck. His brother's dancing away, trying to help him out here. Look at that, perfect placement.
And just to go back to Monty, if you ask him to come back to the commentary box, he might say, who? Why? I'm going to be in the playing 11.
Well, he'll tell us about Tendulkar again, because that's his story. He'll tell us about getting a wicket with his first ball.
Basically, in the end, he'll keep us engaged and the audience informed. 33 for 1. Nice to see people enjoying. Sunday. Why be at home? Come and watch the cricket in the stadium. Lakmal to continue his second over. That's punishing.
Yeah, that's what he can do. Slightly overpitched from Lakmal, a little bit of a floaty delivery, and it's just heaved down the ground, isn't it? Strength, bottom hand.
There's a little discussion with Ross Taylor that Suranga Lakmal is happening. And the field placement is just getting adjusted. Strengthening the onside field short mid-wicket is where Lakmal has asked Ross Taylor to be. Oh, what timing from Kevin O'Brien. Ahmed Hassan does well.
Nonchalantly then in the field, just one-handed, number 66.
The founder of the Legends League Cricket, Mr. Vivek Kushlani, alongside Raman Raheja. That's another gift from Lakmal. First he was punished, now he's gifting Kevin O'Brien.
Not a very good delivery. An attempted slower delivery, but I don't... Is it an off-cutter? I'll have to just... Well, I think it's something like an off-cutter. And all Kevin does is just stand there and clips it away. Expensive over this so far. 10 runs from the first 3 deliveries. And still, what, 9 balls left in the power play?
Right, that's further fuel to the fire. No ball from Suranga Lakmal. Free hit to Kevin O'Brien.
Well, it's not going right, is it? Not going right. Just is all the batter wants. Now then, Ross Taylor just checking something with the umpire. I think he's asking whether he can have the no ball checked. I think he was just asking whether he could get the no ball checked. But I can tell him it was a no ball. He wants to ask me. Now then, Kevin. Hold your shape, Kevin. Hold it.
Not going the nicer way for the Stars. Expensive over earlier from Dinda, now Lakmal.
Seem as if they're slightly out. They're getting punished on this surface. It's a good surface to bat on. And again, an attempted slower ball that comes out as a full toss. And Kevin O'Brien just helps himself. Closing in on 50.
Goes over Ross Taylor. Ahmed Hassan will not be able to get to it. 50 of the partnership comes up.
Partnership 50, score over 50. And still an over to go in the power play as well. This has not been the start that Ross Taylor or the Southern superstars required. Remember, they're defending a total that is probably slightly under par on this surface. And they needed a couple of early wickets. They haven't got it. Captain Kevin O'Brien is leading from the front, 29 from 19. He has 6 boundaries. Now then, wicket they're required, they've got it. Good catch from Ross Taylor. Short delivery. Kevin O'Brien kept going. They needed a breakthrough, they were desperate for a breakthrough, they've got one.
How these bowlers always get the last laugh. Suranga Lakmal not even celebrating the wicket because he knows it's been an expensive one. It's come at a high price for his team. But because it's Kevin O'Brien, the captain, there's certainly a time where the players can get together and re-energize themselves. They've got the breakthrough, the superstars. Game's not done. Still 108 required. 52 for 2.
.52 for 5, 52 off 5, I beg your pardon. Impact! Monty made one. Levy hoping to make one. In good touch as well, Richard Levy played well. Closed in on a half century recently. Very powerful ball striker. Yeah, good striker. That's what you associate with Richard Levy. He'd like a few more runs under his belt. Powerful striker of a cricket ball wherever he has played. Junjunwala loves it square the wicket. Well, Southern Superstars just hanging in there, probably behind the 8 ball at the moment, but just hanging in there. Levy's the new man because Kevin O'Brien, who showed glimpses of his pedigree, perished. Peter Trigo.
Yeah, he was striking it beautifully, wasn't he? I think his the beans were going. He went into boundary mode. He's had a good swing at that. But a little bit of hold and bit of bounce in the wicket from Blackmell there, and it's just caught the stickers of the bat. Didn't quite time it. Pretty smart catch though from Ross Taylor. Over his shoulder, never easy, but yeah, I think your bro was flying, wasn't he? He got into fifth gear and the clutch got stuck.
Here for a good time, not a long time. Nice from Razak. He's always LBW bowled. So Levy, if you're going back, you got to be very careful. Keep your pads leg side of the ball, hit down the ground. Don't look too square.
Nice.
You just see Richard Levy there. Peter Trigo just staying right outside leg stump, showing Razak his stumps.
Yeah, it's a strength of Richard Levy. Leg side Levy, as we called him down in Somerset. He played for us for a year and he's so strong in that cow corner square leg area. If you do get too straight to him, he punishes you. I think his game plan is to open the stumps up. He can actually hit over cover and over point as well. He's quite a challenge to bowl. He's very unique actually. There's not many players who play like he does. He's very, very powerful, that's for sure, as we saw the other night.
Well, this is good from Razak. Final over of the power play, just 2 singles off. He'll be desperate to trap him in front. That is a great over. Top class. Good finish to the power play by the Superstars. 54 for 2. Bit of exercise, power play done. 54 for 2, pretty good, you would think, from the Gujarat Giants, chasing a below par total. Southern Superstars, they yielded 53 for 1, so not much in it right now. Chaturanga de Silva, left arm finger spin, they got plenty of left arm finger spin. Southern Superstars, the likes of Powell Negi, Razak, Chaturanga de Silva. Leaving 1 from 2 balls, he might fancy this over that leg side boundary. There is protection 3 patrolling in the deep. Undercutter here from Chaturanga de Silva. Levy staying leg side. Now then, that's ugly. That is a really ugly shot. A little bit of confusion, but in the end, job well done, Taranga.
Yeah, Richard Levy, very unusual for him to not get a boundary away in his first few balls. Gone for that over cover shot. Not quite there, was it, Nobby? He's reached out for it. It's not his game. The slog sweep was on there. Tried to hit it a bit too straight. Again, another top edge. Certainly indicative of the wicket tonight. Lots of top edges.
Well, Levy gone for 1. 54 for 3. New man, Tillakaratne, 54 for 3. Under a bit of pressure. Lives in Burnley now, up near Jimmy Anderson country, that. Played a lot of club cricket in Burnley and Lancashire, now happily settled in a beautiful part of England.
Certainly is. Mrs. Trigo's from that area and her family, so yeah, know it well.
Well, Richard Levy, the man out. Just under a little bit of pressure now, the Giants. Lost back-to-back poles. Loves a back cut. Loves a back cut. Both of these batters love playing the ball square the wicket. They like pace on the ball, like a little bit of width. Lovely hand.
Yeah, it's just going to take someone to take control of this innings, take responsibility. It was a big letdown, I suppose, of the Southern Superstars innings. 6 guys got in. 34, 24, 17, 17, 13, 15, in and out. Really, really sort of counterproductive to the score when you have so many players chewing up balls and then not going on to get that 40, 50, 60. Just going to take one guy to take responsibility for the Gujarat Giants.
Well, needed a direct hit, easy. Well, Richard Levy has plenty of power. What went wrong here, Peter Trigo?
Well, I think there's been so many top edges, it's fair to say that I think there's a little bit of hold in the pitch and the ball wasn't quite there. That's the one where he's pretty committed to hitting the ball for 6. That's what he wants to do. But I think when you see that little bit of flight, you've got to pull out of the shot and just knock it for 1. Richard Levy just over-committed to that shot. Smart piece of fielding there to finish the over. 60 for 3.
Match 14 here in Vizag. 60 for 3, plays 59 for 1. Not much in it. Southern Superstars need a win. They lose their Gonski. Well, Brahma Raja, the CEO and Srinath owner of Southern Superstars. Great to have a new franchise. Great to have a new franchise. 2 new franchises in the league this season, Legends League Season 2. Southern Superstars fighting for their lives here to get into the top 4. Johan Botha miserly with the ball, gives you nothing. Dr. Ravi Shankar, Commissioner of Police, Vizag City. Good to have everyone in the house and celebrating this wonderful fixture and this brilliant league. Now, Johan Botha came to the tournament late because he was running here from Adelaide, just about. Made a good impact already.
Yeah.
Loves it there. It is a thick outside edge, but Abhishek Junjunwala wants pace on the ball, he wants width, he wants to hit the ball from point all the way around behind square.
Yeah, smart batting. He seems to be the man, Junjunwala. He's the one that's got to see this through, get a 50, get a 60, see his team home. Yeah. Certainly, Botha bowling with that extra bit of pace on the ball, playing into his hands a little bit, as you say. Yeah. He loves a cut shot.
Well, if you're watching the tournament, we're into 2 weeks of the tournament now. When Junjunwala has batted, he's hit a lot of balls square the wicket. He's like pace on the ball, he's like the deft cut, late cut. Hasn't hit much down the ground. So bowlers, you've got to be straight and even taking a bit of pace off.
That's it.
Plays his cricket in Surrey Premier League in the UK. Abhishek Junjunwala, former Bengal cricketer. Successful cricketer with Bengal, played for many IPL sides, including Rajasthan Royals and Rising Pune Super Giants. Oh, tidy. Little flick leg side, but right, Peter Trigo, you've been here for 2 weeks. 65 for 3, needing just 7.5. Which camp would you rather be in?
Oh, I'd certainly rather be in the Gujarat Giants camp, I think, especially with Junjunwala. Smart player. Look, he's looking to anchor now, I think, and that's what the Southern Superstars were desperate for. Someone just to make that large contribution. He looks like he's dropped anchor for the innings. If he gets 60, the Giants get home with 2 overs to spare.
What about your lads? What about the Urban Risers? Hyderabad going great guns.
Yeah, we've gone pretty well. I mean, it was we got off to a bit of a flyer, and the last game in particular in Jammu, Ricky Clark came into the team and played an absolute gem of an innings. 7 sixes. I mean, not these told us about that. He's our Monty Panesar. He loves to tell us how well he does, but didn't he play well, eh?
Yeah, long levers. Ricky Clark, 2 test matches for England. Hugely successful cricketer at county level.
I only said that, Nobby, because I know he's listening.
He's definitely listening, watching, listening, learning.
I think one of the strengths is, in fact, I think the teams that are what you'd say on form, I think there's that intent to put the bowler under pressure, hit straight, show a bit of sort of dominance to the bowler, put them under pressure, and probably a criticism of the first innings. There was a lot of wishy-washy dabbing of the ball, whereas the teams that have done well, like bowling against your brother KP, and shots like that, played with authority and a real commitment to the shot, belted the ball. And that finishes the 8th over, 73 for 3.
All about the top 4. 5th and 6th, you'll be on an early flight home. Season 2, we're in Vizag right now. We've had a great 2 weeks so far. Vizag, and then we're off to Surat for the playoffs. Well supported everywhere we've gone. Ranchi, Dehradun, Jammu, now Vizag. Crowds have come through the turnstiles to see their former heroes once more. Bit of work to be done. The run rate is well in check, just 7.25 and over. Hamid Hassan, talisman from Afghanistan, used to bowl 90 mile an hour. Current bowling coach for the Afghanistan national side was here. Would have been very proud of the Afghanistan side of the World Cup. They played some superb cricket. Probably the people's favourite, I think, in that tournament. Afghanistan, good shot. Junjunwala again, square of the wicket.
Yeah, square of the wicket, but played with that sort of level of clarity almost. You know, it's a hard sweep. It wasn't a wishy-washy one that we saw a number of times from the Southern Superstars. And I think, you know, as I was trying to allude to, you know, when you play shots like that, it puts the bowler under pressure. You get more bad balls when you play with a bit of confidence.
Hamid Hassan, former MCC young cricketer with Mohammad Nabi way back in 2003. MCC were supporting the development of Afghanistan cricket. Good to see Hamid and Mohammad Nabi flourish for the national side post that. Actually on the same side as Ross Taylor back in the heyday, but MCC young cricketers developed a lot of cricketers. Bit of work to be done there. Srinath, the owner of Southern Superstars. Your side is obviously a new franchise as well, and they've taken to the cricketing landscape well?
Well, they've certainly enjoyed it. I mean, it's been great. The owners have travelled all around India as well, followed us, and bought us a few drinks when we won, and that's been great. So it feels like a real sort of a collective. It's not just the players and the support staff, but the owners feel part of the team as well, and that's been great. They love their cricket. They haven't put too much pressure on us. They just want us to enjoy ourselves as well, which has been really nice. Like I said, we've been empowered to go out there, you know, do our thing, and they trust us to do the job, and so far we've done okay.
Too high and an inside edge. Ross Taylor had just come into a position behind square leg. Just come into a slightly strange position, Ross Taylor. Changed the field massively there. Went to a backwards square leg, slightly closer than regulation. I think he was expecting maybe a flick leg side. Too high. Good bounce and good pace from Hamid Hassan, but I think Ross Taylor was positioning himself maybe for a little flick in the air. Well, as always, Hamid Hassan attacking the stumps, looking for that reverse swinging Yorker. 9 overs done, 79 for 3. Going to be time for Michael Bevan, I expect, to do a bit of work and have a chat with that man. Come up with some plans in the strategic timeout. Huge game for the superstars, needing 2 points. Giants have already qualified, chasing 160, which we feel is below par. Got an early breakthrough. Raval caught for a duck, and a lovely bit of touch from Junjunwala, and then power and panache over the leg side. Lots of runs behind square. You'll see this with Abhishek Junjunwala and Kevin O'Brien using pace. Captain today, Kevin O'Brien, found good power and then found Ross Taylor, who held on smartly. Richard Levy didn't hang around long. Ungainly dismissal for the South African, and Ross Taylor and the side, they're just hanging in there at the moment. Wouldn't say they're on top, wouldn't say they're that far behind.
Yeah, that's it.
I just wonder, can they do something slightly different against Junjunwala, Peter Trigo, to try and create a bit of pressure, because he's 36 and 22, and as you mentioned, he's anchoring nicely.
Yeah, well, I do feel he's the key to the innings. I mean, if you can starve him of the strike, get the new guy on strike, and he gets stuck a little bit, put him under pressure, he makes a mistake, Junjunwala gets out before Gujarat Giants get to 100, and I think you've really got a game on here. If he goes on and stays into the 15th, 16th over, I think it's game over, but I think he's pretty much the key.
So Chirag is on strike now, so you've got to try and squeeze, what, 2 dots maybe? So to try and squeeze that dot, the field must somehow be adapted, because that's too easy.
Yeah, I think you've got to be braver. I think providing he doesn't play this sort of slog or lap reverse sweep, you could lose one of your points, get him into mid-wicket, get him tight, try and squeeze the dots. I think at this stage you've got to gamble on the 2 pocket men being in on the 1. A little bit too easy, just ticking away. You know, the run rate being 7.5 and over, sorry. One boundary every 2 overs, all of a sudden you're up with a rate and it's too easy. You've got to somehow get that rate to 8.5 in the next sort of 5 overs. And to do that, you're going to have to gamble on one of your boundary men coming in or losing one of your points.
Backward point again, behind square. Well, this is a good over, just 3 singles, so imperative here that Chaturanga de Silva can get out of this over. Just 3 off it, and then you can back it up maybe with another tight over. It's as good as a wicket. Big ball. Wasn't a great ball, but he gets away with it. Just a single down leg side. Halfway stage in the chase. Superstars desperate for 2 points. 83 for 3.
Nice scoring rate that they've maintained there, 83 for 3, the Gujarat Giants. And the largely thank you goes to the partnership of Chirag and Junjunwala. 29 of 23 as Hamid Hassan tries to create an opportunity. Short square leg was in business for a brief period.
Fair play to the Stars. They are trying to stay in this competition. When we last finished, that it got off to a good start with Kevin O'Brien, who just fell just towards the end of that power play. And you just sense that this next couple of overs here, whoever gets the best will go on and win the game. Set that to field for short deliveries then, didn't he, Ross Taylor? Didn't have an extra cover. You can just see that they're just trying, the Southern Superstars bowlers, to frustrate. There's now an extra cover now for Junjunwala. But get him, and then all of a sudden then, pressure's building.
Down leg side. Oh, if he had hit, Junjunwala would have been walking back. It hasn't been that evening for them.
Yeah, Chaturanga de Silva had a lot of time here. Junjunwala had gone a long way. Maybe could have got to the stumps, a la Jonty Rhodes against Pakistan.
Gosh, if he had knocked those bails off, knocked that stumps down, Abhishek Junjunwala was mid-pitch, realizing that that's a mistake of his.
And this pressure's been built up because they've stopped boundaries. Even this over's 4 balls have only conceded a couple of singles. Now he's gone for this leg side field again. hit down the ground. Should be 2. Bishnoi just cleans it up, but long on. A full delivery that he missed, Junjunwala. Goes out to offside, just starts running because he's not followed the ball. And then watch Bishnoi here. Could have taken his time, could have got to the stumps. Ranga de Silva trying to run out Junjunwala. End of another overs, 87 for 3. Really important, the Dream 11, of course, but that's... I cannot believe Mararoof is on there, and I honestly don't know how O'Brien gets to the top. He's obviously got fingers in different pies, because he cannot be at the top. Anyway, 73 from 54. Anjum, what do you think? Batting side from here?
What a lovely stroke this is from Abhishek Junjunwala, keeping it as simple as possible. And you get a boundary the very first ball is impressive.
Yeah, and that missed run out might just cost them. This is a good player, Junjunwala. I asked you about the batting side, favourites to win it. You'd think they are now, 69 from 53. Ross Taylor's got to try and conjure something up as captain.
Non-striker. He needs to have a direct hit yet again. Yeses and noes, and Junjunwala sent the non-striker back. Srivatsa Goswami, a better throw would have had him.
Yeah, I think he snapped his pad as well, diving in. Sent back by Junjunwala, sent back. They could have had a couple of run-outs here. Would have needed a direct hit, and I think he's snapped his pad, and Velcro's snapped. We need a new pad. Absolutely, look, gone.
That was dangerous. Junjunwala was not leaving his crease at all. We're talking about how close this game can be, 69 or 52. We've seen that in this tournament, that a couple of wickets can change things pretty quickly. You feel a batting side has got it covered, and a couple of wickets will change the equation and can change the equation. But what doesn't change the equation is for these two sides. They are comfortably placed. Urban Risers, Hyderabad Manipal Tigers. That's the last league game for the Legends League Season 2 in India. They need things to go their way, the superstars.
This is the first of the 2 run-outs. Chaturanga de Silva had all the time, probably could have got to the stumps. This one probably needed to be direct hit, or at least really close. Yeah, direct hit probably would have the only way he would have been out. Anyway, he's got a new pad. He's just getting a bit frustrated, this man. I can just sense. Ross Taylor.
Great use of the feet. Maximum for Junjunwala.
Oh, it's a lovely shot. Second maximum. Just really good footwork. Doesn't look to overhit it. Something that Peter Trigo talked about, that perhaps that stars didn't do, is use their feet. He does, reaps the rewards.
off keeper.
Sreesanth looks comfortable. That's good to see. Felt really unwell when he was bowling in the centre the first couple of overs.
Nice.
50 for Abhishek Jhunjhunwala. The first in the Legends League competition. Batting for Gujarat Giants.
He's a good player. Just 31 balls. 6 fours, 2 sixes. And although they know they're already qualified in a way, Jhunjhunwala is trying to take his team into that top 2.
.99 for 3. .61 of 48 required. And the shot to get a
Just got his helmet on because Ross Taylor has decided that he's got to try and change this up. At the moment looks a bit comfortable, 61 from 48, so he's gone to experience of Lucknow, but expensive, 2 overs, 1 for 27. And has the ability to take wickets. And the Stars need him right now.
chance. Pawan Negi is trying to get closer to it. It's too far away though. As 100 comes up for the Giants.
There's no mid-wicket in place, and he's gone for that shorter delivery. So in a way, he's quite a safe shot because there's such a big gap between long on and deep square leg. Just doesn't get all of it. We've seen a lot of top edges, haven't we, even off spinners or seamers.
Oh no! Yeah, bowler is unhappy, absolutely unhappy, and he should be. It's been given for height.
Yeah, and Ross Taylor's just, I can sense he's a bit frustrated. He's asked the square leg umpire why this is a wide. Let's have a look from that angle. Is it a wide? No, not a wide.
You understand that as a batter, if it's too high for you to reach, the umpire decides on that height and adjudicates accordingly. But it's not every time that the ball bounces over the helmet. And it has to be given as a wide just because it's over the helmet of the batter. The frustration coming through in the field for the superstars.
Yeah, bubbling over a bit, isn't it? This is that no ball 2 balls ago, and you can just see it's not. And then Ross Taylor comes in a little bit tighter at mid-wicket. Jhunjhunwala just spoons it over him, and he launches it at the stumps, and it is then an overthrow. So frustration because of that.
stunned silence in the ground for the superstars. In the last 3 balls, things have changed. There's a massive shift in the mindset as well. Not for this man.
It's a gamble you take in this game at times where you're looking for wickets and you just think, right, let's go short. Let's look to go short. Maybe that man needs to be slightly behind. Maybe you could put somebody out. It looks like they're going to take it on. And they're desperately trying to get a breakthrough here.
And the bowler is trying to run in and trying to get a wicket. There's a lot of chatter going around, discussion on how good has Abhishek Jhunjhunwala been. From the very first ball that he struck a boundary to the pickup shot that he got a maximum of, he's got the measure of the surface. The best innings compiled so far in the game. This was a beauty. They're still not clear in the running between.
Well, you can just sense that it means a lot to these players, because very rare do you see Ross Taylor react to the way he's reacting to things, and he just doesn't want to go out. I don't mind that, but he's hurled the ball. I think him and Jhunjhunwala are having a little bit of a conversation about what they're having for dinner tonight, maybe, or we have a table for 2 or 4. Maybe they can join me and Monty. They've been after a wicket. They've got a wicket now. And Taylor has got a Jhunjhunwala again after that. It's not Jhunjhunwala who's gone, but they've got a breakthrough. Partnership, he's hoping, has gone, but they're just checking this front foot. And if this is given a no ball, keep your eye on Ross Taylor. Over to you, Anjum.
I like the way you've taken a single and it's like, right, off the free hit, it's all yours. It's marginal. It's on the line.
For everybody at home, the line, if he's got nothing behind the line, it's a no ball. He has to have something grounded. It is a close decision, and it's given no ball. Keep your eye on Ross Taylor, keep your eye on the team.
And just to be fair, Hamid Hassan is saying that my heel was touching as a bowler. For Lakmal, the heel was touching the line, but in the shoe, the umpire, the standing umpire, once not clear and once he refers it to the TV umpire, what the TV umpire says, and Dinda is looking surprised, is that the back of the shoe is an extended region on that shoe, and that's not considered as a foot which is behind the ball.
Jhunjhunwala and Ross Taylor having another, hang on, he's coming back again. I think he's just asking whether what he's got to do, and yeah, so there is that signal. It's a free hit. Ross Taylor still having a chat. Right then, there's one thing, it's a free hit. Another catch possible, run out nearly. It's all going on. Free hit, only went for 1, could have been a run out, don't go anywhere, 13 overs gone, 110 for 3.
1-1-0 for 3. Ross Taylor brings back Ashok Dinda.
Have a look at the field here. He's gone with pace again. And he's got no man out on the offside. He's going short again. What they've decided here, watch Ross Taylor. He is going to throw this as hard as he can. They've decided if we're going to go down, we're going to go down with a bit of body line. A lot of reaction. Reaction by the umpire to give no ball. Team just checking.
Visuals are enough to explain what was the words exchanged or not exchanged.
And this is that free hit. Remember, you can be run out on a free hit and would have been run out. Right then, let's look at the field. So Ross Taylor is behind square on the leg side. There's a mid-wicket, deep mid-wicket and a fine leg.
Not a no ball, not a wide. It's one for the over.
Well, for anybody out there that thinks that they don't care about this competition, this last 3 overs has showed that they do. Never seen Ross Taylor react like this, even when he's playing test matches, one-dayers. He wants to stay in this. He probably hasn't been to Surat. He probably wants to go there. An area I haven't been to, and it'll be another area I'm looking forward to going to.
I'll share a quote with you, Dominic.
Will it be cold?
Q-U-O-T-E.
Oh, quote. I thought you said coat.
No, it's going to be warm there. Similar weather. If winning wasn't everything, why do they keep scores? That's exactly what Ross Taylor would be thinking.
Absolutely.
The shouts of catch it keep going around the ground, but it keeps falling short. He needs a wicket. He needs to break this partnership. 59 of 48. It's taking the game away from the superstars.
And it's simple. Stars lose, gone. Book your flights, lads. You're going home.
One run, 4 for 3. Jhunjhunwala 59 of 38. Chirag very much in the game, providing assistance. Chirag Khurana with his side of the game being done really well to construct this partnership.
Yeah, and if we look at this field again, and he's going with Hassan. There's no fielder out on the offside in the deep. Definitely going short again. It's just a gamble. Trying to get this man out. And I tell you what, even though the partnership is 60 from 50 deliveries, they still require 46 from 35. It's just one good over, Anjum. One good over with a wicket.
Just one wicket. Let's go 1 wicket each. Yes, they got batters to walk in and able enough to get the scores, but that's 1 wicket away to get the game exciting. Drops it. Can't believe it. Ross Taylor has turned away. Hamid Hassan cannot believe it. And Abdul Razak. No words.
Just built the pressure. Built the pressure. He set the field. Should be taken. Gets half a hand on it. Hits him in the chest. But they are creating chances, and while they're creating them, they've still got a chance. Still got to believe.
Yeah, sometimes as a bowler, when you're so far away from the action and you're not bowling, you're not in the discussion that's going on in the right in the center of the game, you can just have your concentration wither away. Abdul Razak's a deep fine leg. For a moment I thought he hasn't picked that ball up, but that one got to him at a very comfortable height.
And I'm not also sure, think about what the Giants are doing here at the moment. They should be trying to take the pressure out of the game. Don't worry about hitting boundaries, just rotate the strike. That will frustrate him more than anything. At the moment, they just seem like they're just swinging like a rusty gate. Someone just grab the game by the scruff of the neck and win the game. That's what you'd say as coach to one of these two batters.
Hamid Hassan's reaction says that it's dropped again. Srivat Goswami, massive effort, excellent effort to get to the ball.
Yeah, it is dropped. It is dropped. They're seriously still in this. I'm telling you, even though they keep dropping catches, they're still in it, because at the moment they are swinging at anything and trying to hit it out of the park. He had it. He did have it. Just 2 runs from these first 5 deliveries. This is a big ball. What is Junjunwala going to do here?
Last 5 overs will be very exciting. 117 for 3.
Nice, Ahmed.
Breathe, Ross Taylor. Game on here. They've had their chances here. I reckon they've missed 6 chances. Chaturanga to silver. Easy. Could have ran in. Direct hit needed here by Goswami. Would have accounted for Chirag with a desperation of a dive. Johan Botha, this could have been run out off a no ball. Normally very deadly Johan Botha with in the field. Abdul Razak down a fine leg, hits the hard heel of his hand, and then Goswami put one down when he got 2 hands to it. So 5 chances, I reckon probably might even be 1 extra chance in there. So you've had your opportunities, Southern superstars. Srivat Goswami, he'll be gutted. There's a good bouncer from Hamid Hassan, got 2 hands to it. Now Junjunwala in the hot zone. Well, it's a fortuitous top edge over the keeper. He's just lost his composure here as Peter Trigo slides in beside me.
Well, there's no doubt about it, Niall. They've had their opportunities to make this incredibly close. I feel like the Southern superstars have had the game in their hands, like you said, 4 or 5 times at least. that boundary there just released a bit of pressure, but the Gujarat Giants are making a bit of a meal of this, let's be honest. Run rate creeping up, 8.5. Junjunwala really has to bat all the way through here, as I fear Southern Superstars could be on the old plane to Surat.
Pick up leg side. There's a sweeper. Hamid Hassan chose not to go for it. Clutch moments in a game. Half chance. You want your coaches, captain, to say go for everything. Hamid backs out.
Yeah, that old phrase, if you don't buy a ticket, you can't win the lottery. But yeah, that was maybe just a little bit out of reach. But the Southern Superstars certainly are giving the Gujarat Giants every chance to get home tonight. But we are set up for a brilliant last few overs.
Deep in his crease. Again, no timing. Hamid Hassan. Oh, well for Ross Taylor. Really are up for this. It's been a good game. Never really got away, Giants. They've always just offered the opportunity for the superstars. Ashok Dinda hammered a good length here. The quick bowlers have banged the ball in.
Yeah, we saw that in the previous game yesterday. A lot of short pitch bowling, a lot of slower bouncers, using the bigger sideways boundaries. Smart piece of bowling.
Well, another sweeper leg side now. 3 out, 2 behind square. Ross Taylor himself. So Ashok Dinda is going to bang this one in again. Ah, wonderful. Exceptional. Sublime from Junjunwala.
Yeah, I feel like this feels a bit too obvious almost. I feel that's playing into his hands, premeditated almost, knowing that the only ball he could really bowl was short, playing into Junjunwala's hands there. I think the important things that the Southern Superstars have to hold on to, if they do get a wicket, you're now into the realms of needing a boundary and over, 8, 9 and over, you need that boundary. It's going to be tough for the guys coming in. If they get 1 wicket, they're in this game. They just need to bowl a bit smarter.
Flipped. What a wonderful shot that is. Junjunwala enjoying pace on the ball. Lifts it over backward point for half a dozen.
But what a difference those 2 balls have now made. Now you're into the realms of knocking it around, being smart. Rotate the strike, you get home. Run a ball needed now. Don't go boundary hunting, run a ball. Easy game from here, Niall. What do you think?
I'm just listening to you. If you've just hit 4 and a 6, you're not thinking a single. Surely not with those muscles and tattoos. Peter Trigo. Well bowled, Ashok Dinda. Well, that's a pretty good result for the Gujarat Giants. Really, really good over. 16 done. 134 for 3. Giants ahead of the game now. Run rate just 6.5 and over. Ross Taylor is going to have one last chat with the players to give him one last big push here at LLC. Strategic timeout. Vizag is the venue. Superstars v Giants. Giants are already qualified for the top 4 superstars. They are fighting for survival. One last throw of the dice here for Ross Taylor, the captain. Moneyball, Urban Risers Hyderabad and Gujarat Giants are there. It's all about capitals. Gautam, are you watching? KP, where are you? And the other superstars, Michael Bevan and co. Five inside the ring at the moment, so Ross Taylor, is he being a little bit more aggressive? I like that. Lakmal, mid-on, hanging. Tell you what, that is serious timing because there's no man out on the offside. Ross Taylor brought an extra man inside the ring, and now it looks like the end is nigh.
Yeah, that certainly is a throw of the dice field there. I'm not sure the bowler was fully on board with that one. Beautiful piece of batting there, just opening up the offside, stepping away to the leg side. What a beautiful set of hands Junjunwala is proving to have tonight.
Outside leg stump. What a top shot that is. Again, we mentioned it, Peter Trigo, he loves square the wicket.
Yeah, serious batsmanship there. Hit the ball where the fielders aren't.
Well, there's a standoff now between Hamid Hassan and the captain. Hamid wants one field, Taylor wants another. Look, not happy. Bowler's not happy. Must go again through the offside. Being uncomfortable. That's one area, as well as Junjunwala has played, an aggressive short ball has been a slight weakness tonight. And he's positioned, there's a position behind the wicketkeeper. Effectively, under 13 cricket to your left of your screen. We call a long stop under 13s. Bowled him! Broken stump! Hamid says it's not over yet.
Yeah, game back on. Normally the field that you have when you've got a dodgy wicketkeeper. But Ross Taylor certainly created a little bit of interesting thinking there from the batter. He's played beautifully for his 81, but his night's over and the game's back on.
Yeah, seam up. Junjunwala will be disappointed because he's so good square the wicket on the offside. Like that. Nice bit of mutual respect between batter and bowler. Well played, Abhishek Junjunwala. Wonderful knock, gone for 81, 138 for 4. See Pietersen, leg spinner, clean striker from Sri Lanka. 22 from 21. So should be fairly comfortable, but Taylor's on the attack. 6 inside the ring. Leg side. Very good innings. Abhishek Junjunwala. 81. This is the end. Nice bowling from Hamid Hassan. The highest score for a Gujarat Giants batter this tournament. So back into the team. Missed out a couple of games ago. Don't forget there was a miscalculation with the team sheet, so he couldn't bat, but he's made amends tonight. Right, good toss. Man in the deep. Man in the deep. I think they might check the height. It's a close to waist high full toss. It was flip leg side. Sifu just says, "Can you have a look, please?"
Not sure he's getting away with that. I'm pretty sure that's a mid-thigh, my guess, from up here. could be on his way.
The umpire's just going to check the front foot as well. Hassan, I think he's going to be okay.
Oh no.
That's okay for me. A smidgen behind for me. A smidgen of that boot just behind the line.
My interpretation is you only need the merest of bit of boot behind, but I don't think that there is. No, like that line's very thick, isn't it?
Line is the umpires. That's what you must remember. Huge moment in the game. Out. Now they check the front foot no ball. They're not going to check whether the height was above waist high, which Siku Prasanna wanted. End result, back-to-back wickets.
And Roscoe's happy. Roscoe Taylor, he's happy, man. Gujarat Giants, they keep getting their nose in front and then giving it back. Let's have a look at the... Oh, wow, that's close.
Well, it's probably not a no ball for waist high, but it's mighty close. And to not check it is gutsy. All in all, Hamid, 2 full tosses in the over, 2 wickets. Prasanna gone for a blob, 138 for 5. Elton Chikembura from Zimbabwe. Brilliant over. Top class from Hamid Hassan. 2 wickets in the over. 5 off it. 139 for 5. Game on. Which worm is going to come out on top in Vizag? That little wriggly yellow one is having a bit of a stall. Or the blue one. What a good game of cricket. Now, Abdur Razak, left arm undercutters, skidding on. Chikembura new to the crease. I think it's a good option, Peter Trigo.
Yeah, this is the over. This is make or break. For me, I think Elton Chikembura is going to be going downtown. 3 hits, 6 free hits for him.
I was just going to ask you, you wanted him to knock it around a little while ago. Are you happy with Chikembura, 1 from 1, being ultra aggressive against the canny spin of Razak?
Well, I think now the problem that the Gujarat Giants have got is they haven't got that man in, that established man in. Chirag 21 off 26, so he's not really got the pace of the wicket. He's not playing so well at the moment. You've got a new guy at the crease, a couple of dot balls here, get that run rate back up to the 7-8 mark, and all of a sudden the Southern superstars are right back in. I think it's been poor batting again. The Gujarat Giants keep getting ahead of it and giving it back. I mean, that wicket there, Junjunwala, he played so well, such a strong area for him, those little touch shots. And a little bit of spin from Razak, and it's straightened enough, and the umpires put the finger up. We really do have a game here in Vizag.
It grips, and they've sent it upstairs. Elton Chikembura reviews this. Now, where is it pitched? Because it did turn. Abdur Razak is not a big turner, but this one definitely gripped and held. And where did it hit the batter? The height will come into question.
Yeah, I feel like it's height. Height's the only thing that's going to save him. I think it pitched on leg, it straightened, going on towards middle stump. It looked pretty adjacent. Height is the question mark.
Yeah, I think he was down the pitch as well, Elton Chikembura. And Elton Chikembura must be 6 foot plus. I think he stepped down the pitch, yes. That's fine, obviously. No problem there where it's pitching. And it does straight, but it's high. It's nearly back hip and he's outside the crease. So the extra bounce here in Vizag, I think, is going to save the man from Zim.
LBW, how is changing, man? It's out. It's out.
Well, you can just hear some of the Southern superstars saying, please out, into the stump mic. I'd say things probably haven't gone their way, the Southern superstars. Mainly their own doing, truth be told, but even some of the close calls have just gone against them. Just 4 inside the circle. Well, it's a poor ball. It's a really bad ball, and it gets exactly what it deserves. Abdurazak short, wide, and Chikumbura smokes it.
Yeah, he's just shown that bit of spin to the batter. He didn't really need to dart it in. LT has seen the spin. He would have been fearing another one, and he's thrown the dart in. Poor piece of bowling that, as Niall O'Brien has just said. LT's not going to miss out on that, and he's just tickled one round the corner. He's going to get back-to-back boundaries. Game-changing bit of play here from Elton Chikumbura.
Brilliant from Elton.
Niall O'Brien pretty keen to go with the LT. LT's his nickname. Certainly a safer one to pronounce.
My former teammate, Northants. Top player. Clean striker. Finish it now, Elton. Oh, it's a good over for the Giants. 18 done, 147 for 5. Just 12 balls left. I think the Southern superstars, they've tried ever so hard. They've thrown everything at the Giants. Pace, spin, aggressive intent with ball. Missed chances. Razak has done trump card, 1 for 21. Hamid Hassan has done 2 for 17. A little bit of left arm finger spin.
Yeah, I feel like if they don't get home, I mean, they're going to be a bit disappointed. Plenty of chances. Maharouf there looking disgusted with his team's fielding.
Catch it.
Is there a twist? Is there one final twist? 12 off 10. Varves, what's happening? We'll be back in the commentary box tomorrow. Down the ground, muscled. Man in the deep, punches it over the ropes, and that just typifies Southern superstars tonight. I make that 8 missed opportunities.
Yeah, Niall, I think there is a type of fielding display where you just don't deserve to get over the line. The Southern superstars have had an absolute shocker. They've had 5, 6, 7, 8 opportunities to put this game to bed, and they've missed every opportunity. And that one even worse. Oh, pushed over the rope for 6.
Yeah. Salt in the wound. Drop a catch, punch it over the ropes. 6 to win now. Elton goes leg side. Elton wins it for the Gujarat Giants. They will move to top of the table. India Capitals sitting in their hotel room. Unpack your bag. You're going to the playoffs.
Yeah, nice piece of batting there from Elton. Chigumbura, 21 off 10 balls, put the hammer down, got his team over the line. Chirag stumbled throughout his innings, but an important 22 just anchored the innings, stopped the chaos, the wickets falling. But Gujarat Giants have got over the line, and like I said, the Southern superstars, I think Coach Michael Bevan in particular, an Aussie used to excellent standards of fielding, I think he'll be a little bit sore tonight.
Yeah, top innings from Chiggy tonight. Brilliant. Absolutely wonderful partnership. 22 from 11. Chigumbura, superb knock. Hasn't had much game time, Elton. Hasn't had a hit, to be fair, so he'll be absolutely chuffed a bit. Some of the Gujarat Giants players. Down the ground from the big zip. Part of Patel, no Chris Gale, but still they got the job done. Kevin O'Brien stood in, captain nicely, and Junjunwala, he just saw on his screen, played beautifully for his 81 with the bat. Well, it was match 14, chasing 160, which was always going to be under par, we felt. O'Brien up top played nicely. Junjunwala was excellent, 81 from 49, and Chirag, it was slow, but it was effective, and in the end Chigumbura played really well. 21 from 10 balls, getting over the line with 8 balls remaining. Now match 14, the partnership, O'Brien and Junjunwala, 51, but it was all about Junjunwala and Chirag, 84 from 64, but I reckon they gave 5 chances on that, so the superstars had their opportunities to win that game and break those partnerships. 160 for 5. Comfortable chase in the end. Well, 160 was the target. Pietersen got the lost one early.
Yeah, the Gujarat Giants throughout the innings, I think we're giving opportunities to the Southern superstars, but I think Junjunwala just absolutely shone out. I mean, he plays in a slightly different manner than we've seen in a lot of tournaments. We've seen a lot of power hitters, but he played with beautiful touch. Good throw there, Kevin O'Brien cleared the ropes a few times. Again, showing what talented hands he has and that power down the ground. Gujarat Giants were always chasing an under par total, but let's be honest, they made a bit of a meal of it, but they'll be pretty happy. They're sitting pretty at the top now.
Ross Taylor, nice catch running back over his head. Richard Levy, well, he came and went very quickly. Just one today for Richard Levy, who found touch in the previous innings. Not today, but Junjunwala square the wicket. All through this highlight package, you'll see him hitting square the wicket. He doesn't overhit the ball. Fairly fleet-footed, small in stature, but packs a punch. Going down the ground. This is how he brought up his first LLC half century, but he had a lot of work to still do at this stage, and then it was a case of short bowling, aggressive and missed opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, this was the second 10 overs where the game just went into chaos. It was, I think, in the strategic timeout that the lads must have been serving a bit of butter for the fingers. I mean, it was outstanding, bizarre, really, wasn't it? The amount of chances at this level, some classy players that are normally pretty solid in the field just made mistake after mistake after mistake.
Yeah, Hamid Hassan came back very effectively, got 2 in the over to give the Southern Superstars a sniff of victory. He picked up 2 for 17 from his 4. He's had a good tournament. Hamid Hassan from Afghanistan. Falcon Chicken Border came in. Played nicely. Hasn't had an opportunity yet in the tournament. He always had power. He could always do this. The big man from Zimbabwe could always clear the ropes, and that was just the end result, really. Another drop catch, punches over the ropes, and then 6 to win it. Winning in style for the Gujarat Giants. Well, Michael Bevan said before the game, we might not need a par total because our bowlers can bail us out, but Razak was excellent. 15 dots, 1 for 21. Dinda expensive, Lakmal very expensive, both out. Only 1 over for Johan both. Pick of the bowlers, Hamid Hassan, 2 for 17. Match 14 here in Vizag. Some of the superstars needed to get a win to try and get into the top 4. Giants needed a win to go top of the log. Giants chasing down 160 with a loss of 5, winning by 5 wickets. We're going to have a quick break. We'll come back and hear from the captains. Match 14 here in Vizag. It was a belter. Southern Superstars, they needed 2 points to get into the top 4. They yielded 159 for 8. Too little. Gujarat Giants 160 for 5, getting over the line and winning by 5 wickets. All about the points table. Who is in the top 4? Gujarat are there, Tigers are there, Urban Rise are there, and India Capitals. You're in the playoffs. Congratulations to the top 4. Commiserations to the Superstars and the Bhilwara Kings. Okay, time to head downstairs to hear from the legend of the match and the captains with Anjum Chopra.
If winning wasn't everything, why do they keep scores? That's the kind of the spirit that we witnessed here this evening between these two strong, competing and cricketing brains between Ross Taylor, of course, marshalling his troops versus Kevin O'Brien. Welcome to the post-match presentation. At first, the Legends League Cricket would like to thank its partners, official partner Fan Code, airline partner Qatar Airways, 8 p.m. premium black package drinking water, umpire partner Kent Arrow, official partner Amar Ujala, Rario as digital collectibles partner, official radio partner Radio City, Vizag healthcare partner NRI Institute of Medical Sciences, Vizag pouring partner Coca-Cola. The presentation party, it's a whole lot of it standing alongside me, starting from my left, Mr. Srinath Chitturi, co-owner Southern Superstars, Ashish Chitturi from Southern Superstars, Pindi Vasudeva Rao, area sales manager from MSME Business, Kamala Hassan Said, area sales manager from Commercial Vehicle Business, Dr. A. Ravi Shankar, IPS Commissioner of Police, Vishakhapatnam. There was only one legend of the match who ensured that the game went in his team's favor, Abhishek Jhunjhunwala. For his 81 of just 49 deliveries, he ensured with the 10 boundaries to his credit and 3 maximums, the legend of the match. Abhishek, could we have you for a chat, please? First half century in the Legends League cricket, smashing innings, makes the team look excellent on chasing this target. How do you see it?
I mean, we always wanted to chase, and thanks for the opportunity to Gujarat Giants for getting an opportunity to play. And yeah, we always had that. If we can take it deep, there's a possibility that we'll be able to get to the total, and luckily we managed to get over the line.
When you were, of course, bowling first, what was the target that you had discussed in case you have to chase 180, 190? What was the target that you were comfortable with?
And there's a good pitch to bat on. We were expecting somewhere around 170, 180. So our bowlers did an excellent job to keep them under 160. It was very chaseable after that.
Delightful strokes that we got to see, shots down the ground, over the cover region. What was your best shot of the innings, or even more than one?
I enjoyed the 6 over long on. That gave me a lot of pleasure. But overall, yeah, I think I'm quite happy with the innings.
It was one of those innings where you say, right, a batter who knows how to construct an innings and a batter who knows acceleration of the innings. It was all in there. When you were out there, and what was the chat with Chirag as well to build a partnership?
I think I just told Chirag that just take it deep. If you take 1s and 2s, the boundaries will come. It's a very good pitch to bat on, and luckily it came off.
We enjoyed the innings, and congratulations on your award.
Thank you.
Abhishek Jhunjhunwala, the legend of the match. It's time to have a chat with Ross Taylor, captain of the Southern Superstars. Ross, definitely disappointing, but where do you see that the runs could have been scored off, and what was the target that your team was looking to get?
Yeah, I think 180 was probably a good total, but I think, you know, as the game wore on, it wore off. I think still 160 was competitive. We had our opportunities, we just didn't take them. A few half chances, a couple of drop catch, a few no balls here and there. But no, we just weren't good enough all tournament. Unfortunately, we didn't get enough runs up the top of the order. But it was a great concept, great tournament, and I wish the 4 teams in the semi-finals all the best.
You've been with the team from match number 1, and you've seen a lot of younger players coming through as well. What was that highlight that really got your attention in the dressing room?
Well, I think the game that we did win, Pravin batted very well throughout that. But no, I think there's a few more players who are going to play in this level for a lot longer to come. Wasn't our time this year, but hopefully we can bring the majority of this team back, whether it's with this team or with other franchises in the years to come.
For sure, tough season, but we look forward to a Ross Taylor special in the next season for sure.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Ross Taylor, captain of the Southern Superstars team. It's time to have a chat with the winning captain, Kevin O'Brien. Happy?
Yes, very happy, yeah.
How did you see the match pan out? Were you very happy with the chase? I asked Abhishek Jhunjhunwala what was the target that they were looking to chase.
Yeah, I think we bowled very well. We pegged the bat quite nicely in the middle of the innings with the ball and kept them to probably a target that was below par. The wicket was pretty good in the second innings, so Avi played an unbelievable innings, you know, and then Chiganbora to finish it off at the end, which was good. Took a bit of pressure off.
When you were captain inside, and we saw you that those 4 seam bowlers that you rotated around, in the middle of the seam bowlers you had the spinners. How did you assess those conditions, and what was the bowler that you thought, if I get hit in the middle overs, this is the bowler I'm going back to?
Yeah, the wicket was quite a bit tennis ball bounce, certainly with the pace bowlers. So obviously use them through the power play, and then once we got out of the power play, the fielding restrictions took pace off the ball, and Monty bowled a great spell of 4 overs coming in for his first game in the tournament. Lada bowled very well, as did Siku. So we've got a good bowling attack, good variety in it, and obviously a few boys to come back in.
Will Monty Panesar ever get out of that dressing room, because we might need him?
I think he's out here somewhere doing some social media clips or something.
Congratulations on the win and good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Cheers, thank you.
Captain of the winning side, Kevin O'Brien. That's it from the presentation.
Congratulations, Gujarat Giants. They are in the top 4. They have beaten the Southern Superstars and sent Ross Taylor and his merry men home on an early flight. Gujarat Giants winning by 5 wickets and going to the top of the table. Vizag has been very good so far. Tomorrow we've got match 15. Suresh Raina, Urban Risers Hyderabad, up against Harbhajan Singh, Manipal Tigers. 6:30 local time. Make sure you tune in for that. That should be a cracker. 2 really strong teams who have already qualified for the top 4. We'll see you then.
Beautiful shot. Clipped away.
First ball, Monty strikes.
Huge wicket. Up and over the offside.
Lovely. That's punishing.
Wicket they're required, they've got it.
50 for Abhishek Jhunjhunwala.
2 wickets in the over. Game on. Elton goes leg side. Elton wins it for the Gujarat Giants.